down to the baseline. Get down to the baseline.
Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current.
No need to worry about your pre-recorded recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can't happen.
All righty. Hello. Hear me, people of the past. Welcome, Badger. Let me give me a quick check. Just a moment. Right.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
Live on time, on point, coming free of charge from the worldwide interwebs via Twitch TV, home of the partnered program, and Purple Assault Force. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second live edition, long time coming, highly anticipated, never duplicated, often supplicated, underappreciated. Enough about you program. The only program feature the nickel standard penny compensated talents, William Bishop, Blake Everett, stable full of thoroughbred mediator moderators, and a third round draft pick. To be named later. Enough About You is a Grim Phoenix presentation association with Twitch TV, available from every coast to every coast. What's up, chat? And now let me introduce. Where is the chat window? It's gone.
Clowns, you suck so much. Jen, Sid,
Oh!
Vader. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so amazing to see you here right now. I totally thought there was no one to be here.
The dashing dancer.
Just me and Clown.
Psh, the one, the only dashing dancer, the pantsless prancer, the Pope of Hope, the noob of YouTube, the cat with cool hat, GG of VOD, specialist extraordinaire, and four-time Terraria record holder as of the writing of this, Mr. William Bishop. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Clown? It's good to see you. Nice
to
meet
see you, man.
Thanks for that amazing intro, as per usual, guys. Again, the topics for today, I am so excited about. I'd rather be nowhere else. I just realized something. I have to leave. I'm sorry. I've got to go.
Your mama.
I'll be right back.
What? All right. Well, that's how it goes. I pretty much... Yes, that's it. Yes, that was it. I'm
just kidding. I got you, Clown. I'm back now. Look at that. I missed the light.
No. See, I know.
One light was not on.
I was looking at it because I was going, you got some greenery.
Why is it so green? Why is there so much greenery?
You got greenery around the scenery.
I think we fixed it. Great. Anyways, guys, so topics for today are going to be fantastic. I'm personally excited about a singular one. I'm going to be talking about actually some video games this time, which is very strange.
What?
I'm super excited about this overlay that we have here. And guess who made it? The Clown Town. Really, he did. He actually made this. It's pretty fantastic. He did a great job with it. So give some props to him. And again, even beyond that, everybody who's listening right now, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You're super. I just want to take a second. Fence, Senex, it's good to see you again. Everybody, you guys are awesome. You sound like Potato, and there is ominous shadow around you. I think I fixed the shadow part, but I just sound like Potato in general.
I did not know that this green shirt has some green lettering on. This shirt has some green lettering on.
Oh, it is invisible, isn't it? I didn't even notice either.
I didn't even
notice.
notice.
You got your cast off, Senex. That is fantastic, man. Are you going to be playing video games again? Okay, so topics for today, the one I'm most excited about, the one I most want to hear about, the one I am just, I have to know, because Clowntown has been teasing it for like multiple days. I witnessed a crime.
Yeah.
Clowntown has teased. That just like sparks me like, Clowntown. My first thought was like Ash robbed somebody. He was like, give me your candy, give me your mushies.
No.
That's my very first thought. So I assumed Ash was involved for some reason. Probably like me. I don't know why.
Oh, let me host myself. Hang on.
Good.
Let me host us.
Is always good.
Oh yeah.
It's a rare occasion when you can be like /host myself.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Clowntown, thank you for the host, buddy. You're an amazing streamer.
Great. Go follow Clowntown channel. Actually, do go follow Clowntown channel. And well, you guys are already from there, honestly. Go follow both of us. Make sure you watch those streams. I've been playing Dark Souls 3. Clowntown doesn't really stream anymore. He kind of quit. Every once in a while, he'll play Terraria. Well, Ash will play Terraria. He'll sit there and die.
Scoreboard, dude. So yeah. All right. So you guys know my my crazy. Hey, chat. You know my crazy schedule, right? How every Monday and Wednesday morning, at a minimum, I'm on the jiu-jitsu mat at 6 a.m. All right. And because of that, I'm in the Jiu-Jitsu Academy is not in the worst part of town, but it's not in the best part of town, right? So, so I pull in to the parking lot, and it is 7 till. It's important to know because I got to be on the mat at 6 a.m. And so everyone's kind of cutting it close. I'm usually the first one in the parking lot. And as I am wont to do, this is important to the story, I park backwards. Right? I don't pull into the parking space forwards ever. I always,
safer.
yes. Okay, my just as a side note, I do that with every bit of my life. The rationale is I am not in a hurry right now.
But I might be later.
I may be in a hurry to leave.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. That's a really good, yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
So I always pull in backwards. And so as a result of pulling in backwards, my back is to the academy, right? So I'm pulled in backwards.
All right, yeah.
And
That makes sense.
I hear behind me, behind my left shoulder, pow, on the door frame. And I recognize it as a pow on the door frame because sometimes the door frame kind of shifts and pops. And I turn around thinking someone's coming out of the academy. And there is a dude who is 6'2",
Ooh.
blonde hair, hair up in a top knot, beard, blonde beard, heavy goatee, scruff over here, very much like yours, but he was way bigger and way more handsome.
Right, okay, that's fine. I accept that.
Black-
That's usually.
It's probably not you. Black shirt, gray, dark gray or dark green pants, and black combat boots. And he has just put his foot into the safety glass of that door and shattered it.
Oh my gosh.
And this is 5:57 a.m. And I'm turned
What is
around.
he?
I'm turned around like this, looking behind me through my right, and he is.
So you had like just like backed up.
Yes.
You were like
And I
in
stopped-
the process of getting out.
Yep. No. Oh, well, no one was there to unlock the door for me. I'm
I see.
7
So
minutes
you just
until
jumped.
we start, which everyone
okay.
kind of arrives 5 till or whatever. So what I do is I pull up, and here's my phone. I'm starting to, okay, let me just make sure. And, I mean, I was there for maybe
Bang.
30 seconds, and then bang. And I turn around, and this dude, technically, I did not see him kick the door because I heard the resulting pop, which made me
Right.
turn around. But I saw
You
him
already
at
kicked the
least
door.
take his foot down and step back. I was quick enough to pop around to where I saw his foot in action. And then, so he's, I kid you not, 3 yards from me. 3
That's-
yards from me.
He didn't notice you because you were in the car.
I
That's why he didn't
guess.
see you.
I get.
Yeah,
So
he
I'm looking
was-
at him, and he doesn't make eye contact with me. He continues walking behind my car, off to the edge of the parking center. We're kind of on an edge.
Walks off?
Keeps walking, and he's walking fast. And
Okay,
then
he's leaving. Yeah.
he kind of makes a diagonal across the parking lot because we have row kind of the freeway, and then row 1 of shopping centers, row 2, row 3, kind of in a
Okay.
grid, and there's a main road going through. He cuts across the main kind of entrance road and goes to another
To make
part
it-
of the complex.
to make
right?
his escape. Okay, sure.
I guess. And so then,
crazy.
now I'm craned around like
Yeah,
this.
you're like, what?
And it's behind me. The dude's behind me, but I'm watching him, and then he disappears kind of around a corner way off in the distance. And then, like, I'm afraid to take my eyes off of that corner. And then,
Okay, yeah, you want to come back.
so I'm just sitting there staring at him, and he disappears way off there. And finally, I get the courage to turn around. I look at the door, that's shattered. And then I looked at
Right.
where he's come from, and there's 3 places next to us. There's jiu-jitsu, there's hair care product salon, then there's an empty place that's under construction. The place under construction's door is wide open, the light's on, and there's ladders and tools in there. Okay?
Okay.
That's not right. And then I turn around, and then over on the other side, there's this place that does physical therapy and I think blood tests. It's like for your job. It's like some sort of,
Okay.
where you pee,
All right,
you
yeah.
pee or whatever, and the drug
Right,
test.
right. Yeah, your drug
And-
test go to this location. It's already paid for you. Yeah. Okay,
Yep, you got it. That's the one. And then they have a van that sits in the parking lot, and the windshield of the van is cracked.
The heck is this guy doing?
And the doors to the van are swung open.
What the?
Yeah. And
This guy's
so
just like going to town.
and so here's what I think he did. Okay,
Wow,
so
rampage.
those are the facts. Okay, now
That's what you saw.
that is what I saw. Okay, and he
Got
walked
it.
off. Now here comes the rest of this will be my opinion on what happened. Okay,
Okay.
he went in. He got into the van. He was not holding
he broke
anything.
into the van.
He broke into the van. He probably didn't find anything. He probably couldn't rip out the stereo if you even do that anymore, if they're worth anything.
I don't think you do.
They're
that
probably
anymore.
not.
No,
They're probably
I think,
not.
I think you go for iPods and stuff.
Yeah, you go for iPod and stuff. Then, so he broke into the van and he got it open. He also got into the place that was under construction to look for tools because tools are expensive, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't have any. He wasn't carrying anything, so maybe they were all locked away or put away.
There.
There's nothing
no
there.
laser tools there.
So he's like, I'm
He's just like,
empty-handed.
God dang it.
He's like, God dang it. Well, then he walks in front of the Jiu-Jitsu Academy, and he sees, oh, you guys are martial arts? Well, I got some martial arts right here for you.
So he just rage kicked
And
you?
I think he rage kicked it because I didn't recognize him as anyone I knew or anyone. I
Right.
spend a lot of time at that academy. I know all the dudes there, and when there's a new guy comes in, I know it. Right, so
Okay. Yeah.
this
Right.
guy
Like,
didn't.
guys that know more.
This guy didn't know anybody. Like he didn't know us.
You're just a random dude.
Yeah, just random dude. And so
Why,
then,
that's so crazy.
yeah, and so then I look back at him and I don't know if he's coming back. He's still here, you know. So I'm doing this over my shoulder. Well, I get the bright idea. Well, I'm gonna turn my car around. At least I can face him, right? I need to face him up because now I'm doing all this business over my shoulder and doing all this stuff, right? Because I'm back in because I'm quote safe, right?
So you start your car, turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I start my car and I wheel around and I face, but I give myself a distance. So there's a row of parking places near it, and then there's a kind of a double row in front of us. So I park in one of the double rows, and so I give myself, now instead of 3 yards away, it's now 6
crazy.
yards away, right? And so now, so the first thing when I see him kick it, I drop my phone and I grab my key because I'm about to get out of here. And it was too quick.
Okay.
I would not have been able to scroll to the camera and take a picture. And I'm back. Remember, I'm taking it through the back seat and through the back window. So could not get a
Very
picture of him.
unlikely.
Very unlikely. And I was honestly, I was more flight than fight
There's
at
a
that
lot of
moment.
shock and awe there.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
You're doing a normal routine, and suddenly some guys kick it into place where you're going to his door. Like,
Completely
whoa,
dark.
what is the
Completely
intention
dark.
for this guy?
5:53 a.m.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I move my car around, and then there's 2 cars that move through the parking lot. But people kind of cut through this parking lot all the time to get to the freeway entrance. It's kind of common. I see those guys all the time.
It's hard to say who is.
Hard to say who
if
is
his
there.
Car is. Yeah.
And then, so right about then, okay, so in jiu-jitsu, this is important just because the terminology. A black belt who teaches is called professor.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
A non-black belt who teaches is called coach. Okay? So coach pulls up, and we have 2 instructors there. Coach pulls up first. So we have, well, anyway. He pulls
Okay,
up.
I'm really interested in what happens now that you're like, hey, somebody kicked the door in.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Yeah.
What'd
And
you
so
do?
so coach walks up with a key. Both of them have a key, and coach walks up and he puts
like,
his hand
"What
there
the
and he goes, "What?" And he looks at the glass
yeah,
and he's going
like, what?
like this. And then right about then, Professor pulls up, and they both get there at about the same time. And then Professor gets out, and by that time, now I restart my car and park next to him, right? Because now I move
You're like,
across.
hey guys, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's Professor and Coach are here. I'm safe
Yeah.
now. No one's gonna
Yeah,
get my
yeah.
Hi.
I was going, guys, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah. So I come out of my car, and I'm sure I freaked them out because I come out of my car talking 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, that just happened. Oh my God, I'm so freaked out. And there's a guy, and he has a top knot, and he was just, and he
calm
kicked,
down.
and there's a van, and there's tools.
And the tools
And he just kicked it, and I'm turning my car around, and I'm so freaked out right now. We should call the cops, but I couldn't get a picture, and I'm so sorry, and I didn't do anything. And so I come out, and they're trying to slow me down, going,
Like, wait,
whoa.
Did you do this? Did you do
Yeah,
this?
right. That's the other thing. And then I'm going,
Did they ask you?
no.
Why
But
would I know?
but I'm literally the only one in the parking lot now, and there's a cracked window, and I come out freaking, and there's no one else to be found.
Did you do this, Cloud?
Yeah, and they're going, Blake, did you do, Blake, what's going
Did
on?
they ask you if you did this?
No, and I'm going, there's a dude
Okay.
and a guy, and he's not in here. And so I was freaked, man. I was freaked out, and then once I barf all this information onto him.
Okay. You
And
vomited your
I'm
info, yeah.
shaking. Then the paranoia gets in. It's like, wait, I'm the only witness. I'm the only suspect. Oh, no.
Oh man, you
So-
could have imagined this whole guy.
Yeah, and so,
You got
but
mad. You're having a bad day. You kick the door.
right, but
It's just you.
But then I thought, okay, I gave a good enough description.
Yeah, that's
of-
very accurate.
Of
description.
okay,
Someone
I
couldn't see,
recognized
sure.
the guy. He had blonde hair, top knot, no hat, no shirt, whatever, and the height and build and all this. He had no no gut. So he had
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, he had no gut, which I noticed now. I notice all the time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so
Fence asked no cameras anywhere?
okay,
question, sure.
okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So then, okay, so story proceeds in I tell Professor. Professor calls the cops, and we exchange cell phone numbers and you know, all this other stuff.
Oh,
And,
sweet.
and
All right, cool,
they
yeah.
say, okay, since he's still in the area, we'll send a cop out. Okay, good. And so then we're there in the academy, and let's okay. Well, what do we do until he gets here? And so we said, well, let's do class. So now we start.
Yeah.
We do
Good call.
stuff. We do our exercises, and then we start wrestling. And we start doing our normal stuff. And instead of getting into technique,
Class goes on.
all we do is we start doing specific training, which is, you know, you start from a position and then you work. And it was one of the most exhausting classes in recent memory.
Really?
Number one, because usually there's a warm up and then some a little technique and then some specific training and then sparring. And specific training is start from a bad position and go to a good position, right? And then the other one is start facing each other, standing up, and then you tackle and you go for the whole thing.
Right.
And
It's
so,
fun.
so then, but this one was, since we couldn't really do technique, we had a abbreviated warm up because if the cop was going to show up, professor was going to have to go talk to him, you know, get the report
I see,
and
okay.
all this stuff. So what professor didn't want to do is have
Start a class
stop
and then-
technique and go talk to
Yeah.
him. And we thought they were going to be here in like 10 minutes or whatever. Wrong.
Took forever, huh?
They never showed up. So it rolls
I'm
around.
sorry?
Yeah, they never showed
Wow.
up.
They're
Well,
like, eh.
it was you know, it gets from six. That was all kind of 6:03. We made the call, and then 7:00 rolls around, and we're done with class, and we just did the whole class of, you know, sparring basically, which is a 6-minute spar. Most people listening to chat cannot do 6 minutes against trained professionals in jiu-jitsu. It's hard. Like you're
Not
exhausted.
only would I get whooped, but I would be tired.
You're exhausted. Yeah, you're
sure.
exhausted after 4 minutes, if you make it that long. And so we do essentially, you know, 48 minutes of 48 minutes of sparring on this clock, and we're just dead tired. And then so now we get to around 7:00. We finish the class, and then 7:05, and we're going, well, I don't know. What else you want to do? How long you want to wait around? And it's like, well, I gotta go. So we call the cops back, and we're going, hey, is anyone coming out? Are they gonna be here soon? Shift change, man. And I'm going, whoa, okay, shift
Yeah,
change.
that is about right. 8
right.
a.m., 7 a.m. is shift change.
Maybe.
But
Anyway, so
that sucks.
yeah,
That's
so
okay,
shift
nah.
change, and we're like, all right, well, look, here's the cell phone here. Okay, here's our numbers. Call us if you need something, if you want any more statements for any of this, if you want to come investigate, whatever. And then we call. So we bug out, and then the head. So there's 2 professors that run the school. 2 black belts that run the school. The morning guy was the other guy. The main head instructor, who is, he's like he's a 3rd degree black belt, which means he's been doing martial arts for around 32 years, which is, and he'll murder with his hands, right? He's crazy.
Right. Killer.
He's killer. I mean, they're all kind of killers, but this guy is, you know,
A killer among killers.
the
Right.
embodiment of murder. So,
Great.
so then he calls me, and he's way Brazilian. His name is Ricardo, and he's, Blake, how are you? What happened? And so then I'm going.
I
Then
love his voice already.
yeah,
Talk like that from now on.
Blake, when you go
Blake.
into the guard and you take the guy, you control his posture, and it's not posture, it's posture. And you
Posture.
or you
Okay.
practice. You can't say practice.
Practice?
You
I see.
practice. Put Blake, and you're very slow, whatever. Get to the guy.
Get to the guy,
Yeah.
Blake.
What happened? Yes, that's right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I explained to him, so here's the problem: is I'm due. This is Monday, and I'm due to coach again in
You have stuff going on.
7 hours.
Right.
So I'm trying to explain this in a way that doesn't sound like I did it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be my main fear at this point.
Because-
I swear to God,
Yeah.
I did not kick the door.
I did not.
Was not
What,
me.
not me?
Okay, Blake, tell me the truth.
Blake, I'm going to
Blake.
I'm going to grab on to your shoulder right here, and I want you to tell me exactly what happened. Anyway, so
I can imagine he's like, Klingon grabs, kill you. Ah!
yeah,
You're on the
this guy's hands. This guy has 31 years or 14 years of jiu-jitsu, 14 years of judo, 17 years of jiu-jitsu. He started when he was
my
4.
God.
So
Good Lord.
this guy's grip, he puts his hands on you, and he will decide when his grip will break. You will not get his grip off of you, right? You have to do something to let him undo his grip, because after 31 years of handling basically humans and murdering
Right.
them with his hands,
He's a human handler.
his grips are just so absolutely powerful.
Death grip.
They're so powerful. Anyway, so I've rolled with him maybe I want to say maybe 12 times in 3 years. It's rare because he's usually coaching, right? He's doing techniques and instructing. It's rare that
It's
he
a one time with Daddy.
he gets a one-on-one time with him. And of course, everyone wants to roll with him, right?
Now, this is what I want you to think about. That guy, like, if he just came to you, like, in a situation outside of school, and he wanted something from you, like, he was like, Blake, bend over. What would you do?
Here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here you go. Here you go. Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
What? You want my shirt? I'll take it. You're my keys in my car?
Yeah.
No, thank you. That's awesome. I love that. That is, I think the best part about having that position. It's like, you just know him. You've rolled with him before. You're fully aware that this guy is in charge.
Yeah.
And in large when he's around you. It's like, okay.
And that's fine. The best part about it is so anyway, there's my story. I'll tell you about Professor here in a second, but my story kind of ends there. So I give them all my information. Look, if you need something, message me, whatever. Send me back, call me on my cell, whatever. I want to make it available, and I'll be there this afternoon if you need to talk some more about it, and whatever.
Blake, thank you very much.
Blake, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So the good thing about any jiu-jitsu academy that you have is that the best ones are where the number one guy has no ego and is the most humble and the nicest dude.
Again,
and that's true.
We were talking about this. And
Yeah.
This is like the scariest thing to have with a guy who's like that. He can just take whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Is when his status is like, I can take whatever I want.
Right.
Like that's scary. That's scary.
Right.
That's if he wants to and he can, then he will.
Yeah.
So it's
He
like,
will. So
that's
what
not
I'll
what I'm looking for.
yeah, what I'll see him do is, like, he's pretty active on Facebook because he's promoting the school on Facebook and all this.
Makes
And
sense. Right.
And so what he'll do is when he goes out to a restaurant or something, he's got 2 daughters, and he'll take a picture. He'll do this little selfie business with him and his wife and his two daughters, and he's like this, and he's smiling, and I can hear his voice, and I can see he's so gentle. He's very huggy. He's like, hey, thank you for coming. Very, very humble dude. And in the background, I see people eating next to him who have no idea that if he chose, he could end their life in 7
He's
seconds.
like, oh hey, how you?
Yeah.
Freaking the Chili's, the employees are like, oh my god, what's going on?
No.
They're dead.
Too late.
Everyone's dead.
Too late.
Everyone's dead.
3,
It's like he just walked through the place.
By the time
this is now my private restaurant.
Right. By the time anyone knows what's going on, there's 3 people lying unconscious on the floor. Right.
The police are getting called.
Yep. And so he takes these pictures, and my immediate reaction is those people in the background have no idea about this man. Right.
That's good to know, because that's a scary thing. You could be walking out, you see this guy, you don't know.
You don't know.
No clue.
You have no clue.
34 years of training in martial arts.
Yeah.
You could just be like, strangle you to death.
And this is his job. He's not an IT guy like me who does this part-time. His full-time job is handling
strangling other
humans
humans.
and controlling and destroying them.
Full-time job.
That's his full-time job. Not even with a knife or a gun. He's not a
just
soldier.
These hands.
With
he
his
always
hands.
has these.
He always has these.
You can't get rid
Yeah.
of them. You can't even be like, sir, can you please let me handcuff you, please,
Yeah.
before you walk around today, because I don't want you
Yeah.
intimidating. Like
Right.
he goes to the airport, it's like, hey, you have any weapons on you? Yeah.
Well, I'll just stick these in my pocket.
Sir, you can't get on the plane. We know your history.
Right.
You're not allowed. Like, you could take out everyone on the plane, the pilots, fly the plane with your jiu-jitsu training into anything you wanted.
Yeah, and so this guy, so wrap up. The cops have yet to call me.
Right.
The cops have yet to call me.
Shift change,
Man. We're still on shift change, and we now have like a kind of a sheet of plastic and cardboard all wrapped up on the window, and we're gonna get the window changed out. So anyway, but then I actually did see everybody face to face, and everyone says, "Hey, you saw what happened," and and so I have to kind of convince everyone that I did not do it
every single time. I would honestly be worried about that every single time.
And so on our Wednesday class, yesterday's class, one of the students comes up and he says, "Look at this camera right here. Did anyone catch something on this camera?" And I said, "That's aimed right at the door." Yeah, let's go. And
Definitely.
so then I said, "That's
oh my god,
that's
finally.
a great."
You're like, "Oh my god,
Yes.
someone else, so please, please, someone get the camera,
Yeah.
please."
So I go over to Coach and Professor are both talking. They're over near the little
you're like,
desk.
No, wait.
And I
Break up.
said, "Guys, did you get anything on the camera?" And they go, "Blake, they are not hooked up." You know?
Oh no! God, the recording stories. They're fake cameras.
Well, they're real cameras. Okay, so I can go to Fry's, right, and I can get a really good night vision and really good camera for around $70 to $80 that goes day and night and motion detector and all this, right? Okay, that's good, but the control system and the DVR and the capturing device is like $800 to $1,000 if you want a good one, and to have a lot of gigabytes of video, terabytes of video storage time and all this. Like the control systems are very expensive, so they got as far as mounting 3 cameras.
Which is like 99% of the effectiveness of the system.
Right.
Even if you had video of that guy, the only thing that you would receive from that is Clown Town would have peace of mind knowing that he wasn't insane.
Yeah.
However, it would not help to catch this guy.
Right. And
it would be very unlikely.
Yeah, and so the distance of that camera was pointed right at the door. So the camera would have seen my car back in, no one get out of it, and then the glass go, and then Clown Town's car goes.
It's like, God. It'd be terrible if the camera like somehow proved that no one was there, like the Viking guy just didn't exist.
Yeah, or they did. Yeah, they would have seen some figure walking in front of it after the glass shatters, and then my car just kind of speeding and doing donuts in the parking lot.
Oh, crap! Shoot, no.
Yeah,
I swear it wasn't me.
Right.
Oh man, that sucks that the camera's on. That's very common. That's actually extremely common.
Yeah.
Down.
But
having worked in security for a couple of years, that's like 99% of cameras are hooked up.
Yeah. They're stationed. They're pointed. They're strategically installed, and they're pointed at all the right spaces, all the exits, and then then there's 2 of them internally that have 2 different viewpoints. And I'd always wondered if our training sessions were being recorded. Or something like that.
That's the psychological effect of those cameras exists, whether they are on or not, and that's why they're 99% effective without that.
Right.
Like that guy who committed that crime was a very like low base level criminal. He was like, he's probably on stuff. He wasn't really making like smart decisions. He committed a crime with no payout basically.
Right.
He kicked the jiu-jitsu door in. So it's like you can't defend against that kind of crazy.
Right.
Is honestly what you can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. There is no system in place besides like a guy there that would have allowed you to prevent that crime from happening.
I happened to be that guy there, and I stayed in my car.
I would have also stayed in my car. That guy is 6'2".
Yeah.
I am a little baby.
Yeah.
Okay?
So then that's the question I got though is, Blake, why didn't you get out? Like you're trained. No.
Okay. This reminds me of a story I had to tell after this one.
Yeah. So my response is,
Blake, why did you whoop his
Blake,
butt? Blake,
why didn't you do a takedown and do a rear naked choke? Look. And so
Yeah, perfect reaction for people who were not there at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Totally perfect.
And
because
my-
everyone does that.
Oh, my inclination was not fight. It was flight for sure. And my
like,
key was in
that's
my
a
car,
door.
and I was ready
That's
to hit it. Right?
That's a door. Who cares?
Yeah,
That's a door.
it's a door.
Like,
Yeah.
what is
This
he
guy,
gonna take from the juice
this
place?
guy will kick through a door. He will certainly kick through me.
He doesn't
Right?
care about you.
Oh, he don't
We're
care about
making
me.
Joke, Blake.
Yeah,
Get it.
Blake, why do you not do
Blake,
the thing with
come
the deal?
on to get it.
Come on.
Puts his hand on you. Blake, why didn't you
Yeah.
save my business?
Yeah.
No,
And then-
senpai!
Yeah, and so then Professor starts to really think about it. He says, and Professor gets mad. He's like, man, if I was there, maybe I will go out and confront the guy, and
I don't know.
and then he says, but I thought, then I said, no, we teach no conflict. We teach no conflict. So at first he was
Yeah.
mad,
Yeah.
but he
Right,
ends
right.
up being,
His
he ends up
reaction.
coming to his senses, and then he starts getting afraid because what if he did that
This guy knows this?
when the kids were here?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because we at any given time we've got 5 days a week we have
Kids there.
up to 15 to 22 kids on the mat at any given time.
That's scary.
One of them's
That's
Ash.
actually a lot.
One of them's Ash.
That brings a whole new level of.
Yeah.
This was not a cool thing to happen.
Right.
It's just a door, but
Right. It's just a door.
That guy,
Right.
obviously, again, like I was saying, that guy's not in the right frame of mind. He's not. Who knows what he
Who
would
knows?
do?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. The crime he committed is a marker for his.
Yeah.
Something was up.
Yeah, it's a
with him.
marker. That's
Like,
exactly right. It's a good word.
Something else is going on with that guy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it would have been really scary if there were children there at the time, because who knows? What could have
Yeah,
happened.
you bet.
So what did you guys come to the conclusion to do? You can't. I mean, there's nothing. you can do.
Nothing. Well,
Yeah,
the police
you-
report was filed, and so that covers insurance, and we get the door replaced. That's it.
Okay.
You
Well, that's
know?
good. That's great. At least you don't have to pay for it. Hey,
And-
Conlon, how you doing?
We one other good result is we now met. If we didn't know them now, we met all our neighbors, because now,
Oh, good.
right?
Oh, okay.
We
That is a good thing.
the
so,
other
like-
people that do the drug test are now okay. Well, we'll watch out for it because their van was opened,
Right.
and
Oh,
their
that's
van got a
right.
little thing was jimmied. It's still functional. They didn't have any damage to the van, but it
Okay,
was
well, that's good.
the crack.
Wait, he jimmied it?
I think so, something, or they just left the van unlocked.
They left it open.
So
They
it
left it
turns out the
unlocked.
crack that I saw up the van's window was not from the dude, and the weird door. They said it's always been like that. They just left the doors open. They left it unlocked or something, and so the
Okay, yeah,
dude
that makes sense.
just pulled the. So
The dude.
once
Can we get the Deuterino sound
the
effect,
dude.
please?
I don't have them looped through, but I'll play this for the for the audience.
I'm
So
the
it's-
dude.
it
So
makes
that's what you
sense
call
that Vans
me,
unlocked is
you
a pretty
know?
common thing to happen.
That
I mean, lots of cars
or
have left
his
them unlocked,
dudeness
so
or
he probably just
duder
literally
or,
walked up to
you
cars
know,
and
El
walked over.
Duderino.
Oh, hey,
if
that was
you're
open.
not
And then
into
you
the whole
looked
brevity thing.
Yep.
That's a pretty standard thing.
All right, sound
People don't
drop.
lock their cars.
Sound drop one more time. Hang on.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
All right. El Duderino, if not the brevity thing.
No, the whole brevity thing. Yeah, it's crazy. He was obviously looking for something, but that's a great story, Clown. So
Yeah.
so my story of getting robbed is I was 16. I was I stayed home.
So 2 years ago.
From school. From two years ago. God, you son of a red basket. 2 years ago, I was stayed home from school because I was I didn't care about school, to be honest. I didn't care. No one else seemed to care, so I didn't care. So I stayed home from school. Didn't matter. My stepdad and my mom were gone at the time. We were moving. We had moved everything out of the house. 99% of the stuff was out of the house. The only thing that wasn't out of the house was my room and my mom's room. I think that was all that's left. The house is bare. We were moving to a new house. We're moving to a whole new school system. I wasn't feeling great. I really hated it. I was like, Mom, don't move me. I really like the school I'm in. It's a great school. I'm gonna lose all my friends. I'm gonna make new friends. You know, stupid teenager stuff. I'm like, I can't make new friends. Which I actually loved the move. It was great. So we were doing that, and I was asleep. I hear at my door the loudest freaking banging, super loud, my bedroom door, not the house door, my bedroom door. So my bedroom door leads into a hallway. On the end of the hallway is my mom's room, another room, and the bathroom. And it's super loud. And I assume it's my stepdad because he was crazy. He was really bad. And I get up, and my door falls down. It gets crushed down. And there's a guy. He pulls a revolver on me. Get on the ground. I'm like, okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I lay
Yes, sir.
face down on the ground. I'm hands behind head, and he's got his revolver to my back, and I could feel his revolver touching my back. And what he does is he reaches for my Xbox. I'm like, hey, don't touch that. And he's like, he puts the Xbox down.
Wait. Hang on.
Looking back, this is really funny.
Wait
but
a
really
second.
dumb. At the time, I'm like, don't touch my Xbox. And he's like, all right, whatever. And he
obeyed you.
Like,
He obeyed you. He complied.
Yeah, he was pointing a gun at me. And the second thing he asked me is, "Do you have any weapons to kill me with?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, just get out of my house." And he backs up. He backs out of my door. I hear him shuffle around a little bit. A couple seconds, I stand up. I'm like looking around my house, like I don't want to get shot. Like he told me to stay on the ground, but I didn't really want. I mean, he's robbing my house, and he's gone by the time I get up. But my heart is pounding. I would totally thought I was gonna be dead. He did not take my freaking Xbox.
That's
though.
right.
Okay, I wanted that Xbox. And okay, so the big part of the story is when I called my mom shortly after. Well, I checked the house and all that jazz. I don't have any weapons or anything at the time. Like, and now I wouldn't have as many problems as I would have had.
Yeah.
But at the time, like, I was just like, please don't kill me, and also don't take any of my gaming stuff.
Yeah.
Because he was a young kid. I actually think I know him. I actually knew him from like childhood. At the time, I did not recognize him. The only image I have from the entire thing is the gun, and the light was such that I could actually see down the barrel of the revolver, and I could actually see the round in the revolver. That's like the very first experience with a firearm being pointed at me that I've ever had, and it's really, really stuck with me. Like I can vividly imagine like all the details, not his body, but the hand and the gun at me like that. Like I can, it doesn't haunt me per se so much as I have the experience of that. And I also really remember him reaching for my freaking Xbox. And the fingerprint ID guy came, and he was like, "Did he touch anything?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yes.
And I was like,
Xbox.
"Yes, he did, sir. Xbox." And then immediately the fingerprint ID guy was like, "Oh, those are rough surfaces. You doesn't work." And I was like, "What?" But it literally didn't. He fingerprinted it. It didn't work. We didn't get any fingerprints except for all the freaking doorknobs this idiot touched.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the guy's out of there. I didn't die. I could have died easily. He could have just been like, boop, and I would have died there.
Yep.
And the very first thing my mom asked me is, my mother, who has birthed me, I'm 17 years old at the time, the very first thing she asked me...
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did he take your Xbox? Did he take your Xbox?
No, he didn't. She didn't say that. She said, "Why didn't you stop him?" And I was like...
Why didn't you stop him?
What did you want me to do to him? I have no training whatsoever at this time. I haven't joined the military yet. I was like 1 year before the military. Why didn't you stop him? Was the very first words out of her mouth to me. I was like, "Mom, I got robbed at gunpoint."
At
They were in
gunpoint.
the house. At gunpoint. No, she knew he had a gun. Why didn't you stop him? And I was like, well, that's a good question. I should have told him, "Give me the gun."
Yeah.
Take the Xbox.
I told him to not leave an Xbox, and he obeyed. He told me to just get down on the ground. I stood up.
I beat him up, Mom, but he had some friends, and the friends came in, and they really were mean to me, and I couldn't do anything about it.
I should have gone for the trifecta of things that I'm in charge now,
I'm in
mister.
control. You will put that weapon down, sir. These are not the droids you're looking
Don't
for.
touch my Xbox. Hey.
Don't touch my Xbox.
Hey, I'm asking the questions here, mister.
It's amazing that he complied with me. He literally put the Xbox down. I mean, he was as young as me, so it's a horrifying at the time, but hilarious moment.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
And when you think like, did you do that, Blake? And that's what I think of when you said that. I was like, oh, that's my mom. Why didn't you stop him?
Yeah.
And then it's like, what? No.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do anything. There's absolutely not. It's either my Xbox. Well, I did say something. Okay, it was either the stuff in the house or my life. And I was like, you can take the stuff, man. I don't care. That's fine. It's just stuff.
Oh
I'm
man.
also glad you didn't take my DDR pads. Those are super heavy.
That's awesome. Yeah. Why didn't you? Yeah. And I'm going, man, crazy.
This is not the Xbox you're looking for.
This guy will kick through a door. He will kick through me.
By the way, the way he got through the door is he brought a 2x4 into the house. So he had like a solid and a half 2x4, and he was like, poof. That's the noise I heard when he was coming in. He was hitting my door in.
Wait. Do you sleep with your door locked?
Oh yeah. Who doesn't sleep with the door locked? You don't sleep with your door locked?
No. The front door, yes,
is locked, and then every door proceeding to me is locked at the old house. Okay, so where I lived at was Acres Homes, and Acres Homes.
What?
Okay, so my real father.
Exterior doors, I get.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You didn't live where I live, bro. Okay, so my father.
Hey, you don't know me, bro. Get on my
don't know
level,
me.
bro,
You don't know my
Keanu.
background.
You don't know me, Keanu. Get on my level,
You know where I
Keanu.
lived. I really came from a hard neighborhood.
Keanu.
My name's Keanu Reeves. I'm
Keanu
the main
Reeves.
actor in many of the movies I play in. This is how I'll exemplify like the territory and the area there.
Hey,
My
stop.
mother's a very,
Give me a 1 in chat if you're like me, where... Okay, hang on.
Okay,
Time
yeah,
out.
okay. I like
Give
this.
me a
yeah.
1 in
no,
chat.
I can do a poll.
Yeah, do a poll.
Let's do the poll on the bot. Yeah.
Exterior doors only. Choice number 2 is exterior plus interior doors. At night while sleeping. This is while sleeping. Exterior
wait,
only.
say that again for me.
So it's choice number 1 is exterior doors only. Choice number 2 is exterior plus interior interior doors.
Yeah, poll's going.
Polls
Well,
going.
what's up, man?
Exclamation
How
point
you
vote.
doing, buddy?
All right, cool.
Okay, so back to my story. All right, so the neighborhood I grew up in, my mother's a very small one. She's smaller than me. She doesn't weigh anything. She doesn't really ingest food. She like subsists through sunlight and like osmosis, I guess. I don't really know how she even lives most of the time.
Okay.
It's,
Sorry.
she's very
Sorry,
frail.
guys. Exclamation point vote space
Zero or one.
zero for my way and 1
Uh-huh.
for Badger's way. Okay.
No
All
one's voting for my thing. Okay, anyways. Clown confused me. I meant 0. It's okay. You're good, Tactics. Just do it again. Exclamation point
Clown
vote
lady,
space.
you voted wrong.
Clown lady.
Clown lady, I live in my house.
She literally lives with you. You take the opposite option.
Okay.
Australia. Okay.
I gotta play it. All right, go.
My mother is a very small woman. She has like she's very non-confrontational. She's very nice, very sweet, lovable. My father was in the Marines. He was a little bit crazy. He had very little concept of what was right and what's wrong. He was outside at one time in the circle. I lived in a what do they call that?
Cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac. Lived in a cul-de-sac, and he was outside in the circle, and he was doing something dumb. Got into a fight with these two guys who were much bigger than him. However, they were not very much stronger than him. I remember ending up looking out the window at what was going on. It was a huge ruckus. He got in a fight with these guys. He had one guy up like this. He used his hand like by his neck. He was holding this guy. He was swinging at the other guy. Like this. Trying to punch him. I don't know how the fight is going at the time. I don't remember. But I know my mother walked out with a piece, and she was like, "Leave him alone." And that's my neighborhood. Okay, that is what's going on there.
Have you ever been so mad that you hit
holding one guy with another guy?
No. Yeah. Have you ever been so mad that you hit a mother scratcher with another mother scratcher?
Mother scratcher. Yes, absolutely. That was my dad at the time. That's how your dad is, Sam. Nice.
Nice.
Good. Well, not nice, I guess.
Oh god, that's awesome.
She goes out at night and changes the lock on you. Oh, I see. Look at that. That's what Clown Lady does. She locks all the doors all at once when you're asleep.
What? I'm cooking
See?
here. She speak loud. Speak louder. I'm yelling. I'm in the pocket and I'm yelling.
It's like a castle, you know. You gotta have layers of security. After the first wall is breached, it's the kill zone. Then you have, all the walls you got to breach after that. That's what doors have locks for. Do you have locks on doors in your house?
Yeah. Internal those.
Okay.
I mean, but
So does Ash have locks on his door?
yeah. They all come with internal locks. But what I don't want is my kids to lock me out of their room at night.
You want that?
No.
Why? What could
My
they
house.
possibly be
This
doing in
is
there?
my house.
This is your house, which you have allotted to them in which to stay in, as it is their private space. And if they are not allowed to lock their own doors,
Okay, you ready?
it's
Look
not
at me.
their
Look at me, chat.
Yeah, fight me.
No,
Fight me.
not you. Look at me, chat.
No.
If you slam doors in my house,
Oh, do not. Okay, well, go ahead.
pop the hinges, doors come off. You don't get the
You
privilege
just-
of having a
you
door
just
anymore.
Take a door off? Oh,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Do not slam doors in my house. You
Okay.
no longer get the privilege of having that door. Bump.
That's not your door.
Pins,
You didn't pay for it.
Gone. You're my door.
It literally takes a couple seconds to do that, too. It's like,
Yeah.
with the drill.
Well, no. Just the screwdriver. Pop the pin out. You
Oh, I
just
see.
leave the
Okay.
hinges in. Leave the hinge on, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. You just pop the pin out.
I don't think I've ever done that. I've always taken the hinges off.
Oh
Anyways,
no. It's way easier. All you need is a screwdriver.
it?
You just go pop and then
I've
you
only
twist.
taken one door off.
Yeah.
What if there was an emergency and the kid's door was locked? If there was an emergency and the kid's door was locked, you could knock the door down if you really needed to, or you could just wake the kid up because he could unlock the door.
Yeah, but
so the circumstance is that there's a fire in the house and Ash is still asleep. The fire alarm is blaring because you have fire alarms in your house because we live in a modern society. And Ash is like, had a really tough day. I don't know what excuse we could come up with for Ash still being in bed asleep.
Ash is a reasonable person. The daughter sleeps like a coma patient.
Okay, so daughter, coma patient, like I'm 90% positive that
and she does this thing.
Blaring.
She does this thing where one arm's way up over here, and her leg, and she's got a leg up way up here.
That's how I sleep. So Ash sleeps. See, it's kind of a problem. That's why we have a king size bed. Okay, so the circumstance in which coma patient will not wake up, like, is in coma during fire time. I mean, you can take the door down. Like, it's just a door. Like, you just find an object, hit the object into the door, and the door will fall over. It's not like there's a fire in the house. You don't have to worry about the door.
Yeah, but then you got to get a new door.
No, you don't. Your house burned down, bro. You have no house.
Well,
the fire situation kind of circumvents the need to protect the door.
Yeah,
okay, thank you. Anyways, and then in the case of a robbery, it's like the guy breaks in, he has Clown down a hostage. He's like, go get your daughter and son. You're like, do not open the doors under any circumstance, daughter and son. Now the guy has to break through the door, or I mean, he can kill you, whatever, but he can't get through to your children, and they have possibly escape plan. So the second layer of security will allow them to be safer under said circumstance, and maybe allow you an action to take. Okay.
All right. Okay. So hang on. So last chance to vote. It's a vote 0 for if you lock your exterior doors at night only. Vote 1 for you lock your exterior and each interim layer of interior door between you and the exterior door as well. So last chance to vote. I'm gonna have Badger close that poll after this next story, please.
Yep.
All right. What are you? Yes.
Calm down.
Yes. You waited till this to debut it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well now we're all intrigued. I saw.
Well, you said you had a story.
No, which one? Which one? Give me the teaser.
You want another one?
Yeah.
What else do we want to do today? Oh shoot! How long have we been going? Oh my God! Jeez. Okay.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Let's actually talk about a little bit of Dark Souls for just like maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
Yes.
So I've been playing Dark Souls 3 a little bit.
3
here and there for a couple seconds. It's the third installment, like the fifth installment of the Souls games. There's like Bloodborne, there's Dark Souls 1 and 2, and I really just wanted to talk about how much of a return they've kind of made to Dark Souls 1. It feels a lot like Dark Souls 1 in comparison to the other games I've touched. And I think that they have done an excellent job. If you guys have anything you guys want to talk about Dark Souls, I think it's a good time to have input. God dang it! I need some scissors. I can't put this hat on. Screw it. Let's put this hat on. I'll tease you guys with this hat and I can't put it on.
Nice.
I love the way that they tell the story, and I love the way that they do things in Dark Souls. I love everything about these games, and it is just a major addiction for me. As soon as I turned it on, I had to absolutely play it. So if you guys haven't hit it up, it is definitely the best of the Souls series for me. There's a lot of combat changes in that it's a lot harder. It's definitely a lot harder. If you want some statistics, about 10% of people. No, actually, I think it's less than that. I think there's like 60% of people who attempt the game. 60% of people who own the game attempt the game at Dark Souls 1, and only 10% of them actually finish the game. And in Dark Souls 3, 30% of people finish the game. And I think it's going to be lower for Dark Souls 3, honestly.
Wait.
Dark Souls 1 is a lot older.
What's the 60? Own it, they buy it, and then
60,
never try it?
No. 60, own it, tried it, didn't beat it. 40% own it, haven't touched it. 10% have actually completed it.
40% of people bought the game, 0 hours.
0 hours. Very common. Very, very common. They did not beat the very first boss. It's actually extremely common. You are one of those guys, I think.
I tried it
all the time. Because the reason behind this is, you get like packs and stuff like that on Steam, and you're like, oh yeah, Dark Souls is like $3 right now. Let me just grab that, and then you just never. You're like, oh, I have intention to play that, but you don't. It's a pretty common thing. That's why I wanted to look at that. 60% of people killed the first boss that own it, which is actually insane.
That's good.
That is a lot. A lot of like the Binding of Isaac full completion is like 2% or 3%, and that game is like a couple of dollars, and lots of people have tried that game. So it has a very low completion rate. And
really?
I love that it has a very low completion rate, because for what has inspired me to play the Dark Souls games, Dark Souls 1 was like, Prepare to Die edition came out, and I was like, what does that mean? And then I looked into it, and I was like, this game is basically like, hey, you can't beat this. You suck. And I love that there's a character in the game that is literally that embodiment. It's like, hey, this is too hard. You'll never do it. Just give up. It's so good. I love that. I don't even care about the story, Dark Souls 1 and 2. I just wanted to whoop it. I just wanted to take it down. I just want to be like, yes, on my sheet of things I have done, I have Dark Souls 1 done. Dark Souls 2 done. I was like, yes, I did it. Like, great. Dark Souls 2 wasn't nearly as difficult, but now and that same feeling like pervades my entire body when I have Dark Souls 3 on. It's like, it's this culture that has led to making Dark Souls amazing rather than making even the game itself being amazing. It's such a weird thing that you can do with gaming, to have that level of difficulty, but fairness and the challenge and the environment. Like, oh, so many things go into Dark Souls that make it a game that I will sit down and play for 15 hours.
Nonstop. Okay.
Just nonstop.
So in the background, Badger's having this amazing experience on Dark Souls. In the background, I'm usually a busy dude. I'm having one of the most busy weeks in the history of my weeks.
It's my favorite thing about this week is that you're just like, oh god, I can't. He literally, like, the very first words he said to me today was like, I just got here. Hold on, I gotta pee.
yeah.
that was what I got from him before he started the
show.
That was it.
I hit the button and I said, okay, we're all good, we're ready to go. I'm gonna hit the button and I'm gonna go pee. So that's why I gave myself 6 minutes instead of 5 for the countdown. So I had a little extra time.
1 minute a pee.
But yeah, I physically came from a keynote speech where where I was the premier panelist on in this technology space, and it was not the deal where I go up on a stage or a deal or a stage or a stool and kind of talk, and then when I'm done, I get down.
Oh, interesting.
It's a very small room, maybe about the size of your average living room.
Oh wow! How many people were there?
40. Were jam-packed in.
And there's a lot of people in that.
And there's tables. The door is south. Okay. The panel is north, which is just 4 chairs.
Oh, okay. So they could walk.
And then tables are all along the side. So we're all sitting.
All right.
Okay. So it's like a banquet hall, but smashed into a living room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
cool.
right in front of me is the exit. So I have to walk past everyone to leave on time.
To leave. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Or pee.
Before I even here, I want to know all 40 people have been informed that Blake will be speaking at this event. He's going to be great. You're going to love it. It's a key thing that's going on. All 40 people are like, maybe don't know what Blake looks like. Maybe they do. But they're all coming here specifically to see and hear his speech. Mm-hmm. That's what they're coming here for. They want to know here.
Yep.
All of them in this tiny room.
Yep.
Blake is speaking, and Blake's got to leave. Like, he does speech and he goes. That's like his day for today.
Yeah, so I'm up front and I'm sitting. There's 2 other panelists, but I'm the keynote. The other panelists got 0 questions. I got 3 questions. So like they're here to talk. So here's what happens. 6:30, the guy says, "Okay, well now as we wrap up, let's take questions from the audience." And I'm going, "Yes, it's going to work out great." 6:30. I'm about 14 minutes away from the house, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's going to be great.
14. He didn't say 15. He said 14 minutes.
You know how I know? You know how I know? Because I
timed it.
Yep. Well, I messaged you on Discord, and that's when I sprinted to my car. Is while I'm sprinting to my car, and then I arrived that much time later. So, I don't run like Tom Cruise.
What is that movie? Is it Mission Impossible? Where he's like,
yes. Hey, watch the Steven Seagal run. Speaking of runs, one hand is straight up and the other one flaps. It's like this.
He's got a lip.
He's got a flappy hand.
No?
One hand.
Got a flappy hand?
Well, he's got a flappy hand when he runs.
I've never seen anyone run like that.
All right, next. Remind me next show. I'm going to redo the frames to where you and I are on one side, and then the major frame is like a YouTube video or something.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a bigger frame so we can show stuff. But remind me. Let's make a note of the Steven Seagal run.
Okay.
So the guy says 6:30. He says 6:30. Is there? Let's open it up for questions as we wrap up, and then I get 3 pretty quick questions. It goes to I look at my phone 6:38, and I'm like, yes, okay, we're doing good. I'm still okay. It's not great, but it's not bad at all. And then he says, well, guys, we want to and then the MC gets back on and he looks at it and he goes, okay, we're doing all right. And as we wrap up, I want to make sure you guys meet this guy, and here's our service offering, and he's talking.
Okay.
And then he says the third time. Now, as we wrap up, Jim, did you have anything? And I look down at the clock. It is 6:47. And I'm going, I have to be on the air at 7.
What? That's crazy. How did you even make it here in time?
Yeah, I didn't. I was over. I was over.
You
We
were
started
like,
over.
you're like a couple minutes late.
Yeah, I was a couple minutes late. But yeah, so he said as I'm rapping, and I'm thinking I have to walk. The MC is on my right hand, and the general manager guy is on my left. So I have to basically stand up when everyone else is sitting and walk through everybody to get out. And I'm going, I cannot stand. I cannot stay. I gotta go.
The pressure is too heavy.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
And I gotta pee, and I gotta go. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same P that we have. We've come in a circle with P.
Yeah.
We've roundabouted. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, you had to do it. Like you were there.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, do you have any questions? And you're like,
yeah, can I leave? And so here's what happens: is I'm just waiting for the first person to stand up, because once they do that, I'm standing up and I'm shaking 1, 2, 3, and I'm gone. And that's exactly what happened. So 6:48
oh, nice.
on my phone was when the stand up happened. And so
Okay, some guy, you freaking Jedi mind tricked him. You're like,
yeah, or I kind of said, hey, and I said thank you, and I whispered to him, thank you for inviting me, and I kind of did this to where I'm going, we're saying our goodbyes now.
thank you
and
for
here we
inviting
go.
me. I am now leaving this
And I'm
area.
leaving.
Okay. Love the social. Like this is all like social stuff that you learn from
Yep.
being a 50-year-old man. So that's great. All right, you managed to weasel your way out of that situation. Cool.
Yeah, so
I
you're
can't believe you got
so-
here that fast.
Yeah, so you're playing. So that is my whole week, is that sort of cutting it close and doing
14
everything.
minutes, not 15. 14.
14, yeah.
Time.
And so you are playing Dark Souls
Yeah, for 13 hours.
13 hours straight.
I've got nothing else going on.
Let me tell you, getting horrible viewers, not horrible,
Yeah.
horrible viewer counts.
Horrible. There are terrible viewers. They are terrible people.
Yeah, the terrible people. They're
I am not a streamer known for Dark Souls.
well.
that's for
What
sure.
happens is
The
you
average 30.
you have your own core is what you had remaining. That was it. You had
Yep, that was it.
no follows. No, I
none
mean
of the
you.
Troy guys.
and-
And 4 follows, 13 hours, something like that.
And
That's
so
great.
here's what happened on Tuesday. Or no, last night I said, hey, 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm gonna swing by the house, get everything ready, and then I'm going to my speaking event. Are you gonna be there? Yes. Okay, good. Tomorrow night. Wake up this morning and I see you're still going, still having a great old time, and I'm just
At 8
busting
followers.
it. 8 followers.
Yep.
Well, yeah, way all right. Yeah, woo.
Yeah.
What's your goal?
Good.
What your goal is like? What 20 a day?
20, I try to do 20 a day.
20 a day.
It's actually at 30 a day now.
Yeah.
But
Well, you got 8 over 2 days, right?
something like that. No, that's not even. Let me check yesterday. I got 2.
Yeah.
I got 2 followers yesterday.
There you go.
Sorry,
Oh,
10.
yeah.
That's
Everybody, let's
one
give
hour.
Badger a hand for his
Hey,
real-time
Dark Souls
stream
3.
dream.
It's not oversaturated. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I can stream it. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
I was gonna play it anyway, guys.
Denial the first stage. So then
Uh-huh.
I messaged him in the morning, 8 a.m., and I said, hey, okay, I'll see you at 3. And then you go, oh, I
was like,
completely
wait, oh,
forgot
yeah.
about it. Oh,
I
yeah.
completely forgot.
And you're still up and still tired, and I'm going, this is how it happens.
This guy every time before a show, Clowntown's like, "Okay, can we have this meeting?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, whatever,
I'm doing
dude.
speedrun.
Whatever,
I'm
dude.
doing
Whatever,
something
dude.
else.
I was like, we're going to go 0 for
I'm
2.
always there for the meeting. Well,
Yeah.
okay. I was here before you for the meeting.
You did.
Same,
You did good.
right?
You did good. You did good. I screeched
out.
right in here, and I hit the button. We got everything set up, and then left
Everything's
it,
perfect.
and then I went off to my event, and we're ongoing.
Well, you're getting less busy in the next couple days, right?
Yeah. So officially, jiu-jitsu is over for the summer. I will be back in jiu-jitsu either June or July. But my account, I have suspended both of Ash's account and my account, so I no longer have to drive that all the way there. I do have to do some swim team practices and pickups, but those are earlier in the day, and they don't have to. They're closer. They don't have to drive as far, and I'll get home much earlier in the weeknights. I usually don't have to shower right afterwards too, because I haven't been wrestling with dudes and lifting
So you're
dudes.
skipping showering now at this point. We're just
Well-
like no showering. It's fine.
Well, I won't need to. I do shower when I absolutely have to.
I don't need to shower either. No one smells me. So
You're so filthy.
like just imagine, just sit here and imagine. Like take a deep breath and imagine a badger that like maybe hasn't showered in a week.
You can just rub all over Annie, and then you smell like
No,
Annie.
Take Annie to your cloth and yeah, Annie smells better than I do. I'm sure.
Yep.
She works every day too.
Yep.
Every other day.
So
There you go.
so my thought. Okay, inside baseball.
Okay.
Inside baseball.
It's always inside baseball, man.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, here we go. This is how we got 2 episodes in, and I need a new partner because
yeah, right.
he's choosing
Like
choosing video games over the show.
There is, this is a real struggle. We'll talk about that in a second.
And it's not even your streaming, earning your gig, and you're getting just tons and tons of donations, and it's a good vibe and follows, and you're not even advancing your stream dream. It
is a little bit.
No, 10 followers and 10.
Always being live is important. Being live is important.
Comma, but you could have done Terraria for that amount of time and put it in the right day time frame and done way better on your goals.
If you're talking about numbers wise,
yes, you could advance your. This was not a. I'm telling you, this is not a career stream.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's not a career advancing 2 days for you.
There's a thing about the gaming addiction.
Okay, hang on.
That's a real thing.
Yes.
That's why I'm a streamer because I am addicted to video games.
Now, let me just tell you, your 2 days were not career advancing.
No,
my 2 days were all career advancing. Right?
Okay,
they were all pushing the ball forward on the work. And yours were, I just need to zone out everything.
I have to play this game.
I
have to. I absolutely have to play Dark Souls 3. There was nothing else that I could have done in that time.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't stream it, I would have played it.
Right.
So I had an option there to do. I'm gonna knock Dark Souls 3 out, and we'll be back to Terraria. It's fine.
And so just in fairness to Badger, he did meet his requirement. He did meet his obligations. He was here on time. He is a pro. He slept in between the deal. He pro'd up and he hit there, but just because you and I are fairly new at this whole thing, I'm thinking, here comes the flake. Here comes the flake. It's all.
That's good though. Yeah. I like it. I like that you're so afraid of it. All right, that's fine. I can deal with
that. You're gonna puppet master me?
I'm gonna puppet master you. Oh, clown! I'm so sleepy today. I don't know if I can make it. Just be there at 7. I'll show up if I can.
If I can, mother scratcher. Mother scratcher.
He has to have fun, and I don't want Badger to get sick of Terraria right before the next patch. The next patch is going to be so awesome.
Next patch is going to be awesome. Great. Inventory management, upside down traps or rotating traps.
Wiring is a big.
Wiring's big. Gates.
Logic gates.
Conveyor belts.
Oh, is that right?
Ash.
Conveyor belts?
Yes, Ash is so stoked about conveyor belts. Because I mean, what do you have? What's your other option to do conveyor belts right now? Hoiks. That's it.
Yep.
Right.
It.
So if I want to make my little bait farm or my plant farm and do activators and and they all fall down and then or mushrooms or pumpkins or whatever, I got a hoik farm and do some funky stuff, right?
And it takes forever. You have to hammer every single block, actuate every single block.
And does it really break the game to put in a conveyor belt? Like, are you going to create some sort of?
Right.
Yeah, you have them.
You have them.
Right, you got them. So yeah, that's a good investment in you're not really creating, at least not that we know of, you're not really creating an exploit deal. In fact, you're eliminating an exploit, right?
Right, the exploit that they literally can't move from the game because of the game engine.
Right.
It's like they just can't do it. So they're facilitating it at this point.
Right.
Like that same thing with the water duplication trick. Like they literally cannot remove that from the game because of the engine. Right. So they're like, here's an endless water bucket. Here, we'll make it part of the game. It's fine. Like just accept it for what it is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
endless water bucket. The one I like more is the sponge.
The sponge, yeah, that's a good addition because there's actually nothing like that. I see you use the sponge all the time. I'm like, oh my god, I've never held that item, and that's a really cool item. That's a great one.
We've sold so
many
of those.
Is there a lava sponge?
We've sold so many of those. Oh, god. No. The lava sponge is an endless water bucket and a pickaxe.
Okay.
You just melt the water.
Obsidian it. Melt the water away. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, hang on.
Maybe else need endgame math to craft? What? Oh, not. Well, anyways, so gaming addiction thing. Gaming addiction is real. Like, I'm addicted to playing video games for, since Super Mario NES. Like, I've played video games probably every single day.
No.
Besides my experiences in the military. Well, I mean, you get addicted to all kinds of stuff. Like, drinking tea. You get addicted to all kinds of things. You get addicted to sleeping. Working out is a great example of something you get addicted to. It releases all kinds of testosterone in your body, all types of different pheromones and stuff like that in your body. You literally get endorphins released into your system.
Addicted to awesomeness.
You can literally be addicted to pretty much anything, like eating tinfoil. So I would say that at some level it is very difficult for me to be able to put down a video game at certain points. Like, it is very tough for me to put Dark Souls down. Like, I am glued to the screen. Like, my controller is still plugged in. Like, after this stream ends, I will play Dark Souls on stream. Like, that's what I will be doing. Like, 100%, because I'm tired. I slept for like 5 hours. I'm going to continue to play Dark Souls because I want to above other basic needs. I will sit here for an hour and 30 minutes having to urinate really freaking bad. I'd be like, I gotta kill this boss. Like, I will ignore basic needs. Like, I was starving to death at 13 hours, but I was like, doesn't matter. Like, my body overrides that necessity. Like, I'm a crack addict. Like, you don't need food, bro. You're high on crack. It's like, I'm high on Dark Souls. Like, that's a real thing. That's a thing that happens to me. And it's something that I'm especially struggling really, really hard with since I've quit my job, because my job was a 3-year thing where I had this thing that I did every single day. I never missed a shift for work in years. Like, I always was there. And now I don't have that, and it's just like, I could kind of do whatever I want.
I know.
We're doing good. The numbers are great. We are, I mean, we're one of the best streams on Twitch. We are making a living. With my girlfriend and me together, we can pay the bills. It's crazy. Like, we're doing fantastic. So
we're growing. We're doing great.
The pressure is still there, absolutely, and it's even stronger than before. And I'm having trouble, like, really getting into a groove because of the free-form environment that exists for me.
Yeah.
Wow. No, Sue, I will not do that.
All right, so think about this. What?
Yeah.
No.
Not quite. I'm still an adult. If I was like 7, probably, yeah.
Maybe.
All right, we're good. Let's keep going. Feel a lot better now.
Well, yeah. So I guess I can take solace that if you're skipping or delaying food and restroom for Dark Souls, but you did not skip or delay this for Dark Souls.
Definitely.
I feel better about that.
That's a good way to think about it. Yeah, for sure.
So
I was not going to sleep beyond this. There's nothing else that's going to be more important than the commitment I've made to.
Sweet.
Number one, even beyond Blake, the people that we have talked to enough about you and encouraged to see enough about you and told enough about you is going to be the next freaking big thing.
It's going to be
even
awesome.
Beyond that, for Blake, the feelings I have for Blake, I would say that this is, that's what drives me to stream too. Is you guys bring me back every single time.
All right, can we?
And then.
Speaking of feelings, I have something to. I have some good news to share.
Oh, yeah.
So can we talk about Yoko? Is she right there?
Oh, she was.
Yeah. No. You don't have to be here. Okay. So here's my thing. Remember the last time we talked at the restaurant? I thought I might have just poisoned the well from immediately. And she goes, "Oh, he's a jerk. He's jerk face." When so the recap, guys, if you missed the first show, my statement was, I sit down and hi, Ashley, nice to meet you. Hey, William, big hug. Okay, everybody meets everybody. And we sit down, and Badger says, "Hey, Blake's paying. Let's go ahead and get to the expensive stuff." And I announced my policy of order whatever you'd like. Go to the menu, order the wine, however, leftovers,
except
come home with me. And so then Ashley says nothing for 3 hours, and I thought, oh, great. I've just peed in that well.
Like, darn it!
I thought I just screwed up the I screwed up that relationship. Great. So now I've got an uphill battle with Ashley. Now, since the other day where she cracked the joke about the walker.
The walker.
That was number one. That was awesome.
Yes,
I was here and I was going, yeah. And number two, now I know. Now she's in. Now I know there's no problem because if she hated me, she would have never said anything.
She would have said a word.
She would have said a word.
Let me ignore him.
She would have ignored me. She never would have cracked a joke about me if she hated me. And so from the minute once I heard that, I thought, woo, load off my mind because now I'm not having to battle uphill with Ashley as well. Right.
Interesting. That's I didn't think about that.
I was comforted by her wisecrack for sure.
There was no indication that Ashley was like, oh, this content guy, I don't know about that, because she definitely would have, like, the very first thing she would be like, no, I don't know about this guy.
Right. Well, she was the unknown because she was the unknown for me. But once that hit, done.
Good to go.
All right, she's in. We're good. Let's
Sweet.
go. Let's do it.
That's nice. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that literally did not even occur to me that you were worried about Ashley. But I guess yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Blake and I are still like pretty new friends. We haven't even known each other for like a whole year. So our relationship has rocky times. Like I don't know how reliable Badger is. There's things about him I don't quite understand.
Do you hear that?
I heard that.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I have sound drops that go into the stream now. Cool.
Okay.
In case we need them.
Yeah. There's not things that I understand, and it's there's a lot. Getting to know a person is like a constantly evolving thing where you get to meet their family, and I don't really have a good vibe about exactly how Clown family feels about me, but I mean I just assume I'm a great guy, so everybody loves me. That's kind of my mental process about all that. So, but I don't know what Blake says to them in the background, like because they spend all day with him. I've seen Ash flinch if content moves too fast. So I have no clue about how much that walker gets swung around or what happens behind closed doors.
Okay, you know how I know they're not scared of me? Because the house is a wreck when I come home.
Okay.
If they were really scared of me,
if they're scared of Dad,
then the house would be spotless when I come home. But as it is, I've repeated myself about the same 5 things all their life. Pick up that piece of trash. Don't take food into this place. Put your shoes over here. Pick up your clothes. Flush. All these.
Yeah. That's the one you have to. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, totally. New humans, man, they suck at everything.
I am the
New
only
humans are
one
terrible.
in this house that consists.
I mean,
The clown lady's better.
Even Clown Lady?
No,
Okay,
she's
Clown
better
Lady's
about it.
She's an older human.
Yeah, she's an older human that has some of that.
Baby humans are bad at things. They're
Right.
really bad at things. Literally, babies will drown in a puddle of water.
Yeah, I'm like, look at all these things. So I've
Okay.
literally been on them for about the same 5 things all their life. If they were truly frightened of them, it would go to 0 overnight. If they were
true.
scared that I was going to
I guess that's
backhand them
right.
or whatever.
And I guess the problem is that you have not done so already. No backhanding has
I
occurred.
guess.
I guess.
It's
So
like the
because
thing with the
rules-
dog. It's like, well, you
Right.
shouldn't really swat your dog, but at the same
But
time,
if the dog needs instant correction, sometimes a
Boom.
swat in the nose is like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Right.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Right.
Dad really did not like it when I jump on top of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, instant correction.
right? But at the same time, no more jumping. One
jumping.
little
One thump.
swat or
It's,
one thump or
What
whatever.
drill sergeants used to say to all soldiers is that you learn in 2 different ways. The first way that you learn is after 1,000 repetitions, you start learning.
Mm-hmm.
The much better and much faster, much more efficient. We don't have time for that. We don't have a time for 1,000 repetitions. You can learn push-ups 1,000 repetitions. A singular, just one blunt force trauma to your face will allow you to learn very, very quickly. And we prefer that method here.
Yeah.
However, if you learn the first time and we don't have to employ that, that's great.
That's great.
That's
That's
that
right.
works.
Yeah, it's the same thing because when you get one of those, it doesn't just sink into your memory. It goes into your emotion as well. Like, oh my
You're like,
god!
"Whoa." When you think of that event, you think of the pain
Yes.
that you experience.
Yeah, and
It's
you
like
and
the
you have
shock
an
hormone.
emotional reaction. That is the same thing. That is the same thing. That's one of the reasons, kind of loosely based as to why we started doing push-ups.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? I want him to have an emotional attachment to the money that comes in, so that
Right.
he earned it. Like
You want him to fear it.
I want him to
You want him
to
distaste money.
have to-
You want him to be a hippie who hates money and will never look for money in his entire life. He'll just be off 420 and up, and he's like, no, money's bad. My dad taught me that money is pain and it's difficult, and I should never work if I can't.
Money's difficult, and I wanted him.
Okay.
I want him to earn it. Like I want him to have emotional. Like I don't want to do push-ups, but I'm going to do them because this work is going to bring me money.
And so there's a difference between the training that Clowntown is like enacting on his son and like just telling him that. Like you could tell him, hey Ash,
Right.
money's really important. Let me not tell you. Let me like infuse it into your nervous system. Is what Clown's trying to do here. He's trying to enforce onto Ash that having a savings account will prevent you from doing push-ups, which
Kinda.
may or may not be the truth.
Yeah.
Or not. Do you have Clown Lady do push-ups when you bring the check home? Like, all right, thousands of push-ups.
Oh
go.
yeah, that's a great idea. Actually, Clown Lady, that's a great idea. Thank you, Badger.
Write that down.
Clown
Good,
Lady,
Clown
can you
Lady.
write that down for us later? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just have a discussion afterwards.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. You make
No,
me do
it's,
this.
it's this side. It's not this side. It's
You
this
never,
side right here.
You never this. See, what you gotta do is you gotta get a sock and put an orange in it because that doesn't leave bruises. Okay, that's important. So you can't go to the popo and be like, look at this bruise.
Look at this. Oh, all right. So, one of the what is your?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ash Badger said that. It's
I'm so sorry. I
BADGER is the one.
Anybody
that said
ever
that.
hurts you, anybody ever inflicts pain on you, get out of that situation
Get out.
immediately. Immediately, just leave. It's not worth it. The person does not love you.
Public service
They have
announcement.
something going on with themselves. You have to go and talk to somebody else. If anybody ever lays their hands on you, that is not the way to solve your problem. It's not something that you want to be around. Anger and stuff like that are common. It happens. However, do not put yourself in a situation that you can be hurt.
Yeah, clown lady does the push-ups along with us in the other room.
Oh, does
so yeah, so she's been hitting those and.
I want to see clown lady's guns now.
Oh,
Ash can't do one push-up.
She tore the door, the handle off the front door. Remember?
That's right.
If you guys go to my,
That's right.
that's the orangutan arms. If you go to my orangutan strength, if you go to my
That's
Twitter
right.
feed and look at the media, you'll see eventually at some point you'll see a picture of a door handle laying on our table, and that's because she has orangutan strength and just ripped it straight off trying to open it one day.
My favorite part of this story, though, is what happens when Blake gets home, and she's just like, "Hey,
Hey,
fix that."
you're gonna need it. Here she gives it, hands
Like, what?
hands it straight to me and says, "Hey,
What door is this from?
you're gonna need another one of those, bro."
Oh, I see.
I guess.
You need something to fix this. I don't know how that works, but yeah, it was obviously broken when I got to it. Okay, it fell off. I swear.
Yeah. Or it's like in Tommy Boy. Do you ever see Tommy Boy?
No, I haven't.
Anyway, Tommy Boy.
Fired? I'm fired.
There's
He says that every
yeah,
time
you're
I don't know the movie.
kind of fired. But the scene for the audience, the scene that you were talking about is when Chris Farley breaks the car door and he bends it all up and then he shoves it back into the car, and then David Spade comes along and just gently pulls to get in the car, and it falls off onto the ground. And his statement is, "What'd you do?"
What'd you do? He tore it off, so he stopped locking the interior doors.
Yep.
Good one.
And he goes, "What'd you
Love
do?" Yeah.
What'd you do? Okay, well that's cool.
Anyway,
I never had a car door fall off, but
anyway,
I have pulled the door off the hinges on accident.
Yoko's good was my riff
Okay.
on that. I thought
Actually,
yep.
Do you want to explain Yoko to they may not know what Yoko is, because I mean it's pretty old for me.
Okay.
Yoko.
So it's a widely it's okay, it will never be a
Sample
fact.
only.
It will never be a fact until we maybe, a fact or a
travel.
truth. Unless we can time travel and witness it. But the widely held theory is that the reasons why the Beatles broke up was because of Yoko Ono and John, and Yoko doing all of her influence into John and actually poisoning his relationship with Paul. Because some of the two greatest musicians and songwriters to ever come together ever in the history of music was Paul McCartney and John Lennon. And the music they made from 1963 to early 70s was some of the most revolutionary, widely held, some of the best musicianship and music to ever come across the airwaves of America and England and the whole planet. What they did was absolutely incredible and so revolutionary. And
People
so
know Beatles everywhere,
the
right?
Beatles,
They know
yeah.
that. They have CDs, and it's on Spotify.
Yeah.
You can't throw a rock without hitting.
yeah, so they were awesome songwriters, awesome music. Their musicianship was almost unparalleled. They spend the 10 or 20,000 hours working on their guitar playing and working on their craft. They were incredible, and to have this awesome relationship, and they were buddies, like George and Paul, and I don't know about Ringo, but George and Paul and John anyway were buddies, and they loved each other and hung out, and they were like a family until Yoko Ono and John get together, and then it comes off the rails, and John and Yoko go off and do projects. Anyway, so anytime there's a great partnership formed, and then some woman
Some
begins
wrench.
one of their
That'd be
partners begins to kind of gnaw away at the relationship. Immediately, the name is
Yoko.
Here's Yoko.
The Yoko.
Here's Yoko.
See, I'm a personal believer that no one can ever influence anybody to ever make any decision that they do not want to make personally.
Wrong.
So I'm not sure if I buy the Yoko story. Like I feel that if someone to do something, they wanted to do that thing. They wanted to do that. You can't make someone do anything. Like no matter what. Like whether you're holding someone hostage or there's any number of things that you go through. It's really impossible to force someone to do something they will not do or do not want to do. So I don't buy the whole Yoko thing. However, it's a good analogy.
Yeah. So when Ashley comes in and starts to hit. Oh, is it broken? Oh, there you go. When Ashley comes in and starts to, crack wise about me or whatever, the joke back was, all right, Yoko, let's not ruin this good thing we got going here. So yeah, that's Yoko.
Good.
That was a great fun day in your stream when Ashley was back there and we were cracking on. Oh, that was the day of nay, yeah,
That's right. All those stupid songs that we did. Yeah, absolutely terrible songs.
Yep, that should be a sound drop. We need to pull that out and make that a sound drop of this both of you going.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep, it was great. I mean, I had never heard any of that music or anything before, and to have Ashley there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know that stuff, that music," and I was like, "What? Okay." That's strange. I mean, I don't really listen to music very often. I say that, people are like, "What? You don't listen to music very often?" No, I don't really.
Yeah, Shady Lady agrees. That was a very fun stream. I enjoyed being in the audience on that day. It was good.
It's good to put smiles on faces.
Yeah,
that's priority number one. And just eking by, making a living is a-okay. You guys are happy about stuff.
All right, we got so much.
So many people.
We got so much on our list.
We didn't do anything today, did we? We did absolutely nothing on our list today so far.
Well, yeah, I the ones that I put down there, I put down.
Did you add those?
Yeah, I put down my Crime Witness and Yoko.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we're not. We need to do more shows, I think.
Okay. Anyway. You want to talk about that?
Whatever. No, go ahead. Whatever.
Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do?
Pick one.
Oh, The Big Lebowski. Let's talk about how bad that movie was. That was a terrible... No. Let's talk about how to do push-ups. Because, guys, tell you what. So here's the thing with Clowntown, streaming twitch.tv/Clowntown. The O's are zeros. Go follow that. Every time you tip him $1, he will do one push-up, either him or his son. However, they do a thing that is similar to push-ups.
It's a camera.
It's like a push-up-esque thing.
The camera adds 10 pounds. And
could do better. It makes push-up looks bad. I have served in the military for many years, and if those were push-ups on a PT test and a physical training test, they would not count at all.
At all?
Not a one, okay? Not a single one from Clown or Ash whatsoever. Break the plane, fully extend your arms, come back down.
Keep
your
plane
legs straight. Break the plane. So there's your elbows make a flat plane when you go all the way down. So your shoulder blades have to break that position, and then you have to go back up, blocking your arms entirely out, and then returning back to the plane, and then go back again. This is such a big thing everywhere because I can do 150 push-ups, quarter push-ups where I go like I'm humping the floor. I'm not really doing a push-up. It drives me nuts. As a professional push-upper, okay?
A pusher-upper?
A pusher-upper. Literally one of the things you got paid to do, like one of the things that hinged on your promotion in the military was, can you do X number of correct push-ups?
Yeah.
Like, that's literally like how you got promoted. You got paid more via being able to do correct push-up.
PT.
I mean, your marksman stuff mattered and stuff like that, but even more than that, every single push-up you did above another guy that was correct allowed you an opportunity to advance beyond them.
Oh.
And I'm a good push-upper, okay? I was good at the PT test. That was the easiest part of the military. It was like cheese. It was delicious. I loved it. The PT day, all right, everybody was going to be dead afterwards. Everyone's super tired. It's a 2-mile run, a couple push-ups for 2 minutes.
Right.
2 minutes of push-ups and sit-ups. Easy peasy day. I absolutely loved it. When I see Clowntown get $1 and do a better push-up, kind of infuriating. Kind of gets me hot. A little hot and bothered. A little mad that he's getting paid for what I used to get paid for to do the same thing. And he gets to play games. So it's a little. I had to tune out. I have to look away. Now I can forgive Ash. I'm surprised he can do a push-up. Honestly, push-ups are tough.
Oh yeah.
I propose a push-up comparison. Let's see them, boys. I don't have a push-up cam, however. Actually, I can't. I need to get another camera. I do have a camera actually. Maybe we can do a push-up cam. I know Clown can beat me in push-ups. However, Okay, yeah, well,
That's true.
there.
That's true. That's true.
I
That's
don't.
true.
I don't.
That's true.
exercise anymore.
It's
okay?
true.
If someone comes at me, if Clowntown comes at me, okay, I have a different method of handling that.
Right.
First will be nonviolent reaction. The second, I'll shoot him. This will be that.
Let's shoot him.
Not letting your push-ups are perfect. You need to do push-ups for them then. You need to do it. And it needs to be a three-way rotation. Then you need to go Ash, Clown. Oh, that would work for a while.
Oh, they're all out of order. I finally found my. I was spending this time pulling up my soundboard to play.
0.0.
Yeah, I finally found it, but it's up now.
Fenton says you have to kiss the ground. That's ranger push-ups. That's not a real push-up. I mean, I say that's a beyond a real push-up. Like if you touch your nose to the ground, you definitely got it for sure. A good push-up.
Right, ranger.
But that's how. Yeah, at ranger school, if you don't touch your nose to the ground, I don't care how big you are. If you don't touch your nose to the ground, like you have to bend over if you're big, you have a big belly or something like that. If you didn't do that, it did not count. And for that matter, the first 5 push-ups do not count. They have to be real. So you have to do 71 push-ups in 2 minutes, but 76 push-ups in Ranger.
So 5. You just your first 5. You start in the hole.
They're just like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. There's like they don't care. Every instructor in unison is like, don't care.
So
don't care,
you may
don't
as
care.
well do
Get with it,
5.
Ranger.
You may as well do 5 horrible ones.
But they will not count. They will count.
They won't count the zeros if it's not perfect?
They won't count the zeros, right? They internally will not do that. And when I did my Ranger PT test to have a possibility sent to Ranger PT school, Lieutenant Kane, who was a Ranger and went to Ranger school, and who was also my lieutenant, who I had a pretty good rapport with, made me do 10
Zeros?
extra zeros.
10
He did
zeros.
10 extra. So I did 86 push-ups for the Ranger PT test. I was doing my push-ups. I looked up at him and I was like, seriously? Really? I'm literally you're a soldier, and everyone else did 76. I had to do an extra 10. Appreciate that, man.
86
Appreciate
is
that.
86 is big time.
I mean, I was swole as the dickens at the time, so I was
Yeah.
I was just like, really? You made me do that?
Yeah, I can do. I think I'm in the 50s.
In 2 minutes?
Oh,
You're higher
okay.
than that. You get 2
No.
minutes time frame
No.
in one sitting.
No.
No?
Minutes. The time is not the
issue?
time is not
Yeah,
the
it is.
issue.
It should be.
It's you max out after a certain time.
I mean, you do,
And
but
you
don't.
drop.
No.
Okay,
I agree
at
with
least
you.
I'm at the point. Well, I could go from flat to like I could go
Uh-huh.
like
You could do
this
the,
and rest kind of for a minute.
Rest. Go to rest. You're right.
Go to rest, right,
There's
where
two
you-
different-
where
there's
you
two
butt up,
different
right?
Ways of rest, where the butt up, and then also where you supine. Where you
Oh,
go,
yeah, you-
downward dog.
downward dog,
That's what
right?
it's called. Right. Yeah, you can do both of those. Both of those are good.
Okay.
So you have 2 minutes of rest possibly. So you do as many as you freaking can as fast as you can, and then get your muscles reoxygenated.
Yep.
And then
Knock out another
go again.
10, and then go again. Knock
Yeah,
out
and
another
then
10. Yeah.
reoxygenate. Yep.
Okay.
So I mean, you have, and then you will hit a point where you're like, okay, I
Right.
cannot do another one.
Right.
But that point usually comes after 2 minutes of.
Okay.
So the guys who are super good at it can do 120, one every single second for 2 minutes. It's like,
That's
I've
insane.
seen those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Those are the guys who get like you only get 300 points on the PT test, but there's a extended list for people who are nuts who can do 120 push-ups and all that jazz, and do 1 a minute and crunches and stuff, and do 180 crunches in 2 minutes, which isn't even like defies physics. I don't know how they do that. I can only ever do like.
insane.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? It's crazy. How do you do that? It's like a sit up every half second. It's just a
Right. Or it'll be like, well, I can do 180, but the timer made me quit at 120. Right? Or something.
No. Right.
You know?
Exactly. You're like, dang it.
Well,
Didn't have enough time.
okay, I guess we can stop there if you're tired.
You're physically incapable. If you're tired, you're physically incapable of going any faster because of the constraints of the human body. I guess we'll end the test there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You look
And
up
then the run is
at the
like-
instructor and go, I guess we can stop it to 120
Are we done?
if you're tired.
No, that's actually a great story because Joe Pardee, I hate to drop his name, but he is one of the swollest dudes I've ever met.
The Joe Pardee?
Joe Pardee. Wait. No, not whoever the DJ. No, he's a no-name Joe Pardee. Well, I mean, he's a name. Who's Joe Pardee?
Joe
You
Pardee.
showing me? Who's Joe Pardee?
No, the Joe Pardee, the same guy we're talking about,
Okay.
Swole.
You're killing me here. All right,
Dude,
anyways,
he's the bomb.
Whatever. So Joe is he is amazing. Like
Proud.
So the PT test is something that the 2 minute push up set thing is a time thing, and you can't really do too much beyond a normal human pace. However, the run is go do your 2 mile run. Get back here fast. Oh, you're back. Whoa.
Right.
Joe Pardee, how'd you get here so fast?
Right.
7 minutes. 7 minutes, 2 miles. Inhuman pace.
How's that happen?
He sprints the entire 2 miles.
No.
Lieutenant Kane could do the same thing. Seriously. It's crazy.
That's not 2 miles then. You're
it's-
running
it
3.5 minute miles?
On hills, yes. He sprints the entire way. I've had multiple people in the military who could do this.
What's a
Seriously.
okay? Wikipedia. What's a world record? Okay,
What is it? 15 miles an hour is what Usain Bolt goes, right? Is that right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
A house cat can go.
World record for the mile
cat.
run.
A house cat can go.
Three.
What mile
No, listen to me. The current
is it 3 minutes?
3 minutes and 43 seconds.
No, it's not 3 minutes and 40
Yes!
seconds for 1 mile for a world record. What side are you on? So
Wikipedia.
what's the 2 mile record?
And Wikipedia.
Seven-
Wikipedia is
7:20?
never wrong.
Wikipedia's never wrong. Okay, maybe it was 9 minutes, 2 miles.
Not. There's no
You
way.
had a
it's
4 minute mile. Okay, yeah. See,
Okay,
I mean,
world
that's
record.
insane.
World record. Okay, world record for 2 miles is 7:58.
Okay, see, look, it's totally possible in 7 minutes. These are military vets. Okay, they didn't run in the Olympics. Okay, the human beings
And
are crazy,
no,
man.
and 2 people can do it. And
I know
you've met
multiple
them.
people.
Wrong.
I've met multiple
Okay,
people
you've
who
got
can do this.
you've got the wrong number.
Okay, maybe I have the wrong number.
Okay,
Look,
thank you.
They are either at 8 minutes or like 8:30. Like, oh my god, they sprint the entire way. They are gods. This is the Texas.
You see
Army
this
National
face? This
Guard.
is a satisfied
That is
face
composed
of
gods.
there's no way.
The satisfied. There's no way. There is. Look. Okay. Look. I'm gonna get. These
Okay,
guys
I
on
get
the
9.
train,
I get 9 minutes. I'll buy that.
and they're gonna run on a treadmill.
I'm buying-
8 minutes 30 max.
I buy 9.
Max 8 minutes 30. These guys are able to do. Because I mean, I could do a mile with a pack on in 7 minutes. These guys are gods, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. When I run, I don't run for speed. I just run for kind of distance and time. I want to make it to. I want to.
Really?
I want to be able to run for 60 minutes straight.
Really?
go.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. So,
Yeah.
so man, I've very rarely done a run that was over an hour. Very rarely. Maybe like 3 or 4 times ever.
90 minutes is what I can do.
Woo.
I'm hurting afterwards, but I can run for 90 minutes straight.
How far do you go in 90 minutes? Golly.
Whatever my jog is.
Is it like 8? No, it's okay. It's like maybe like a 8-minute mile.
It's around
off
there.
faster?
It's around there.
Okay.
Something like that. It's probably my jog is faster than most people's jog. My natural comfortable pace is a little faster, but it's definitely not sprinting. So
Okay, so it's like.
so
6
I
or 7
can
mile.
run at my
Maybe.
comfortable pace, which is maybe 15% faster than everyone else's jog. Yeah, so if everyone just starts off with a jog, I usually just kind of do eventually.
You're a little better. You're a little better than all other people. Okay, sure, Con. Yeah, fine. That.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just my comfortable pace. Because pulling back and going slower is somehow uncomfortable.
hurts.
Yes.
That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the gait and your natural abilities will lead to a pace that's like painfully slow.
Right. I need to measure it, but usually my benchmark that I set is I want to be able to run for 90 minutes straight.
I bet you I cannot run 2 miles right now. I bet you I can't do it. I bet you I would just be like, all right, go lay down. I bet you I would not be able to
Go lay down?
Just be like, no, I gotta go lay down. I have a peanut butter shake and a donut.
Peanut butter shake.
A peanut butter shake. So I want to talk about the uncomfortable paces of running now, because in
Yeah.
airborne school, there's this thing called the airborne shuffle. And what the airborne shuffle is like almost running in place, but you're going somewhere. You do like a 3 or 4 mile run at an airborne shuffle pace. So you would do the 3 or 4 mile run in a normal time. You know, it wouldn't take you that long, maybe an hour plus tops. You're a little bit better than all the people. Okay, fine. And the airborne shuffle makes it that 1 or 2 hour run into like a 4 hour run, and it's specifically intended to hurt your shins and make your shins stronger, because you're forced to shuffle in place because it's a big group run and you're not allowed to get out of the thing. And the intention for the airborne run is to have it, they can weed out the people who have weak shins, because when you hit the ground after you've jumped, the shins are what takes a majority of the initial impact. So if you jump out of the plane into a combat zone, your shins freaking shatter on point, you are a huge burden to the rest of the squad.
Right.
Because they have to take you. You can't leave you there.
Right.
I mean, we could, but that would be bad. We have to take you with us and do all that stuff. So
All right.
and
The
airborne
airborne
school was like,
Okay, let me bring the audience up to speed. The airborne shuffle quote is a 9 to 9.5 minute mile pace. It is a slow run because you're trying to build stamina, not speed. Few Fewer no vehicles march usually at a shuffle pace to get there quicker than the march force. So it says that, remember, the early airborne forces in the 40s have only what they jumped with whenever the gliders were able to get there undamaged to use. That meant few or no vehicles and long marches usually at a shuffle pace to get there quicker than a force march.
Huh, a little tidbit there. That's cool.
So it's a slow, short-stepped gait while running
So
at
they
an
said it was
almost
9
marking
minutes long?
speed.
7?
Yeah, 9 to 9.5
Yeah.
per mile.
Yes. Little trot. Little airborne shuffle.
Intended to challenge the mental toughness of a person. It can be so grueling to keep shuffling at a slow, miserable pace in combat boots that a person dreams of a fast 3 or 4 minute mile run.
Like, can I just run this, please? Can I just go as fast as I possibly can to get this over with? Yeah,
all right, that's
wow,
a real
great.
thing.
Is
I
that what
didn't know
Wikipedia-
about that. Yeah, that's Yahoo Answers, where people are kind of just telling in their own words what it is.
Okay, I see. All right, well,
sometimes
Yahoo
a little better.
Answers.
Well, because sometimes. All right, an urban shuffle. It wasn't really in Wikipedia. It was in Urban Dictionary, which might be someone's filtered agreement. But I kind of wanted several people to kind of combine and tell me that answer. So
Yahoo Answers can be actually good with that. Makes me feel bad runner. Little boy, don't worry, I'm a bad runner right now too. It just takes practice. So yeah, and the most common thing in airborne school that I noticed was, I guess this is kind of getting to our military stories topic, is injuries. Injuries were a big thing. So there's this one guy after, man, oh gosh, this is gonna get to flashbacks to airborne school now. There was this one guy after runs, like he just could not walk. We got off of duty for that day, and he was just like, William Badger, can you go? He didn't call
wait.
No,
Okay.
That's just my internal monologue. You're like, wait, your nickname is Badger? And okay.
No.
Now he's like, can you go to the subway and get ice packs for my legs? Because he could not walk. And I was like, yeah. So every day I would go to the subway and like get a subway bag and use the ice machine and put ice in the subway bag and then run back to the barracks and give this guy his ice packs. And what I remember is that after ice packing, he'd be like good to go the next day. And there was this one day, one of the last days, you get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep for a whole week at the very end of airborne school because you have all this crazy stuff to do. It's an endurance thing. It's like, can you mentally put through jumping every day for the 7 days and not sleep and also do work the entire time? It is painful, absolutely painful. Everyone is sick. It was terrible. However, the very last day, I was like, doing the airborne shuffle to the site. You have to wake up every morning, shuffle yourself to the site where you're going to jump, get your packs on.
Oh, you have to shuffle yourself.
Yeah, you guys shuffle. You guys shuffle all the way there. So I was dying. I couldn't make it. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna fall out. First run in my entire life that I'm about to lose it. And if I fall out of this run, I do not graduate from airborne school. I don't get my wings. I can't do my last jump. And then behind me, like I'm lagging behind, I feel a hand get on my shoulder and he's pushing me. He's like he pushes me the guy with the ice packs on his legs pushes me the entire way. He keeps me running the entire way to the site so I can do my last jump so I can get my airborne wings. And so many guys jumped out of planes and hit their head on the ground, and we did not see them ever again because they got a concussion or their helmet like did something or they got a broken leg and they were just gone. And my moment of not getting my wings was like right there. And my good deed of getting that guy's subway ice
grabbed
got
him
for me. He was just like, boom. I was like, yes, push me, push me, please. and that's actually a pretty common thing that has happened in runs and rucksack marches. This guy's like, all right, you need a hand, bud. We put a hand on you and push you because it's not too hard to push someone. You're for momentum. It's a little bit more weight for you, but
yeah. Wow.
That's a. Oh man, this also reminds me of, and I'm just gonna rant about airborne school at this point.
Do it.
It reminds me of the scariest time I've ever had in training. There's this thing called the tower, and it's week 2 is tower week, and what you have to do
Rappelling?
is no. What airborne school? You get a rappel? What you do is you have a fully deployed chute that gets hoisted up into a 150-foot tall tower. So you're hanging from this chute. They're hoisting you up, and they hoist you up to 150 feet, and they freaking drop you. And then your chute is supposed to catch the air and make it so that you hit the ground softly and stuff like that. And the entire time, all right, Scotty, I'll see you later. The entire time that we've been doing this school, we have been told Tower Week is the most dangerous week. Most guys drop out in Tower Week. Most guys break their freaking legs, all 3 of their legs, all 2 of their arms, all 9 of their testicles in Tower Week. And like I was looking at the Tower Week, and we were at Tower Week, and I had my chute on, and it was almost my turn to go. This girl's going up, she drops, her parachute doesn't do anything. Boom! Snaps both her legs, hits the ground, and they're like, all right, no more tower. Everybody go back to the barracks. And we didn't do Tower Week. That was the very last. She was the very last person to ever do the tower, ever, because they were thinking about shutting the tower down anyway.
It was.
It was like, all right, that's it. That was the last one. And I was so thankful that I didn't have to do it because I was scared out of my mind. In comparison to, so in the chute, like in the like you're in the C-130 and there's a guy in front of you, and I was the second person in line to jump out of the aircraft.
Okay, is 150 feet enough for a chute to open?
No, they're stupid. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. They've been doing it for years, since day one at airborne training.
Well, that means if they've been doing it for years, well, then let's just keep doing it.
That's probably why it exists. So you're in the C-130, and the door is like, I could reach my hand almost out of the aircraft if I do this. Am I on screen? I can't tell.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm almost out of the door like this, and there's one guy in front of me, and the jump master's right in front of him. And I'm like, I can like peer out of the aircraft, and it's like trees are like going by, it's like, and there's like wind coming in, and it's super loud, and everyone's yelling. It's 30 seconds, and that's to indicate to everyone. Or actually, it's like this because the guy in front of you, the jump master says 30 seconds to the guy in front of you, and then you echo it all the way back into the C-130. 30 seconds, you have 30 seconds until you jump. And basically, what happens is there's a line that you're hooked up to that hooks to your parachute, and that line pulls your parachute out as you jump out. Now, there's some dangers with that line in that if the guy in front of you doesn't have his line right or it's messed up and it catches on your body, there's the moment where that pulls your chute, there's a big tension that goes through the line. Like it goes, and you can die before you hit the ground if, for say, your foot gets caught in that line, because it'll snap the bone. Like it'll make you bleed out internally before anybody knows what's up. So it's horrifying. But at the same time, the easiest part of airborne school was going out of that door, because I'm touching the guy in front of me and he starts moving. And then when he takes a step, my foot is like in the position of his foot like a quarter second ago. It's just like boom, boom. It's like I take 2 steps and I turn left and I'm out of a plane. And I'm like, falling out of the plane. That was way easier than that tower, because that tower was slowly hoisting you up into the air and then dropping you.
That's the shock collar.
That's the shock collar. Exactly.
That's the shock collar.
Exactly. And that being the easiest part for me makes me really sad, because moments before the very first jump, the very first time we jump on an aircraft, we've been training for weeks for it. I mean, I have spent a huge amount of my time thinking about doing airborne school. Moments before the very first day we do a jump, we're in the place to load up on the plane, and we have all our stuff on, every piece of our gear is on. All we have to do is get into the plane and jump out of the plane for the very first time. There's a thing that happens, and it's like, hey, if there's something wrong with your chute, and you decide that there's some danger to you, like something's wrong with my chute, I don't want to jump, they will sit you in if you're in the plane already, or if you're in the hangar, they will take the chute off you, they will take it back, and they'll test it. And if you are correct, you're good, great job. You saved your own life just now. Good thing. If you are wrong, you are never allowed to come back to airborne school under any circumstance. Goodbye. Never see you again.
Oh.
And what happened? They do this. They're like, hey, if you think there's something wrong with your chute, let us know now. And this blows me away still. I cannot imagine. This is also something that's stuck with me for a long time. There's a bunch of officers who raise their hand. Officers, like OCS guys who have their bars. They're officers, and like, hey, there's nothing wrong with my chute, but I cannot do this. Like 6 or 7 of them as a group were like, hey, I give up. I cannot do this. And I have never seen black hats, that's what you call the instructors at airborne school, so angry. Like, they're really chill guys. They're not drill sergeants. They do not care. This is an officer school. This is like a thing that, you get to have chow. We have regimented things. They're really cool.
You jumped.
They were like yelling. Yeah, oh yeah, I jumped.
Yeah,
I jumped. It was great, man. I loved it.
Right. I remember. I remember you talking finally about, hey, I jumped out. I did it. I did the thing.
It was amazing. I would never not do it. Well,
unless you found something with your chute and you said, oh, okay, yeah.
But that's like 1 in a million.
Right.
Actually, like very small chances. I don't know the numbers, but maybe 1 in like 100,000, something like that. But they just like they didn't think there was anything wrong with the chute. They just got scared. They couldn't do it. And raising your hand, being like, hey, I won't do it, means you will never, ever, ever come back to airborne school.
Right.
This elective class that you have gone to in an officer place that you have been treated very well, very kindly. You've been paid to be here. You have done weeks of training to get here. You have participated in everything, and they just were like, no, I do not want to do it. That blows me away. And again, the black hats were like, what? Get out of there! Just take off. They're like pulling their gear off.
Oh yeah.
These are officers too, and these guys are sergeants and stuff. They were just like, man, it was crazy ruckus. Like they were furious. The next couple days, they were like, raise your hand if you don't want to leave, you sons of a. They were like cursing and yelling. And they're like, don't do it, and you're stupid if you do it. You'll never freaking come back here. We'll freaking make sure. And there's another thing that if you have an injury, usually you get stuck back for a week. And I don't really talk about this a whole lot, but one time I jumped out. My second jump. Now, there's 2 different types of jumps. There's jumps with your gear and without your gear, where you have all your stuff on, and your equipment and your gun and stuff like that. That jump, I hit the ground. And I passed out. Like I hit the ground so hard that I became unconscious. And what happened was I felt like I had a concussion. I couldn't see. Both my eyes are like wavy. I walked back to the site. I managed to walk there, and I went to the paramedic, and I was like, "Hey, I can't really see very well. I think I have a concussion because everything was blurry. It was crazy." And they were like, "Okay." They were like, "Get in the ambulance." And I was like, "All right." They set me down on the bed, and they freaking strapped me in. I was like, "Wait, what?" Okay, hold on. I'm not dying. I have a concussion now. I literally told them I think I have a concussion. They strapped me in. I could not move, and they freaking drove me. And the sirens are blaring to the ER. And the doctor gets there, and he's like, how are you feeling? Okay? And he tests me, and he does stuff like that. And he's like, "Yeah, I think you're okay to go." And I get back to the barracks, and I'm looking at my glasses, and I'm like, something's wrong with my glasses. And I put my finger through one of the lenses, and it's not there. My lens had literally popped out. I hit the ground so hard, and that's what made me think I had a concussion because I couldn't see only one of my eyes is corrected at the time.
But you still passed out though.
I blinked out for a second, but I was fine as far as I could tell. Like I was coherent. I wasn't sick afterwards. I hit the ground hard enough that I was like, okay. Okay, so the sort of part of the story though is that I got back to the place that I had to run to when I got pushed there, and it was that day. And I was like, "Bishop, climb the ladder, get up to the CO's office, the kind of guy who's in charge of the ceremony." And I get up there, I'm like, no one else has ever been called up here. What am I doing up here? And he's like, "Are you okay? I thought you died. Are you gonna jump?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I passed out, but I think I'm okay. I went to the ER, but I do not. Nothing is gonna. He's like, "You can take a week, or you can come back." I was like, "No."
Nope.
What are you talking about? Let me jump out of this aircraft right now. Let me do it right now. And he's like, "Okay, get out of here." And that's my experience with wanting to quit. Never ever. Would never have done that. That would have been crazy talk for me to raise my hand and been like, "Yeah, let me quit this."
Oh my goodness.
Like, it was a great time though. If you ever get a chance at airborne school, do not do it. You're crazy. Never jump out of a good airplane.
Perfectly good airplane.
Those wings are awesome.
Yeah.
Super proud of having those.
That is good.
Wear the airborne cap. Actually, where's my airborne cap at?
Yeah, you got that. That's not the Captain Awesome. They don't give out everyone with wings Captain Awesome.
No, sadly, they should do.
That one. Oh, that's the one you wore on the day of, right? Yeah.
This is Ashley's gift for me for my birthday.
That's awesome.
One of my nicest sets.
That's awesome.
What's the difference between anxious and nervous? I don't know. Let me see.
One starts with an A.
One starts with an N.
With an N. There you go.
Good call on that.
Oh man.
Sorry, I ran through for like an hour there.
Good man. Good.
Those experiences are really important to me, and I actually, just as a little thing as a side for me, if you ever thinking about service to your country, just do it. I mean, you don't have to do it forever. A couple of years of your life it's a good learning experience. You'll learn a lot. You will meet a lot of new people. You will get sick. You will get better. You will, you'll be a more well-versed human being.
You will hurt. You will hurt.
Yes, you will definitely hurt. One of my fondest memories is laying in bed, twitching. Oh, my muscles. They hurt so bad. Not being able to sleep. That twitch. I don't know if you ever had that. You've worked on a muscle too much and you...
Oh, yeah.
Laying in bed.
For me, it's my whole body. A lot of times, it's my whole body.
That's basic training.
So what I'll do is, Saturdays, that's very often, is I will go get strangled and get dominated for 60, 90 minutes on the mat. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go home, shower, and I'll sleep briefly. Hey, is that a mannequin hand?
Yeah, it's a magic food hand.
Mannequin. And yeah, I'll try and take a nap on Saturday afternoon, Ow.
It's a good thing. This is good pain.
Yeah, it's good. Oh my gosh, this list is going to grow forever, and we're never going to get to it, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's only gotten bigger. Aerosol. Yeah, man, do it. I went to aerosol school too. It's awesome. You may not get to jump out of the helicopters anymore, though. They're hiding out to do push-up. Break the plane, touch your nose to the ground. Man, that led me into a lot of stories, didn't it? God, we have a lot of stuff to get to.
We'll never get to it.
Do you want to talk about hashtag no homo? Because I actually want to do that.
Last one. So
okay.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Is like, can you? Okay, so the question came up. Let me restate it. The question came up is it offensive to tell another? I guess in my case, another dude, hey man, I love you. Hashtag no homo, but not in a homosexual way.
Sorry, let me answer this question. Havoc says trying to do air assault. Yeah, man, do it. I went to air assault school too. It's awesome. You may not get to jump out of helicopters anymore though. They've been doing some weird stuff.
Well, that
so yeah, hashtag no homo.
At least they took the ejector seat out of those helicopters. That was really dangerous. You had to time it just right.
Just right. The rockets had to go off. This actually reminds me of this new scene on Hitman. You
Yep.
actually kill a guy with an ejector seat on an aircraft. It's really weird.
Hang on.
Okay, Planter Place is not offensive. So here's the question. You know, like, is saying no homo to a person indicative of your distaste of homosexuals? I don't feel like it is.
No.
I feel like I could tell a guy, hey man, I absolutely love you, not homosexually, obviously. If I
Right.
really needed to clarify that, I don't think I would need to clarify that. Really, like I don't feel the need to do it, but if I feel like if someone did clarify that, that would be okay. Like,
I think so.
I think it's a pretty open world. You know, I don't make assumptions about Blake's sexuality or anybody's sexuality. You could very well be telling me that you love me in a homosexual way. I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't assume as such. I would just assume in general love for me. And if you said full homo, I'd be like, okay, well now we have a new
Hashtag full homo.
we have a new standpoint here that we have breached, and that's a good communication to hit. You know, saying no homo may not be necessary, but if if maybe Blake is actually, he's a homosexual, and I said, man, Blake, I really love you. Now, how does Blake take that? How does he interpret that? He's like, wow, can I leave my family for William? He's a very attractive male. He's obviously got a lot of things going on. But then I said no homo, and he's like, oh.
Oh, dang. Rats.
Now, I've heard from like people of the, I guess I want to say the homosexual community that are lesbian or bi or whatever, and label themselves as such. You can't, it's kind of hard to have a general consensus from any community at all that the no homo thing is somehow offensive. I mean, it's offensive, right? But I feel like we should be allowed to say that. I don't know.
I think it's just clarification, man.
Right. And it doesn't mean any harm.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
And I'm way over in the camp of sticks and stones, man. I've been called so many horrible names in my life, and I kind of don't care. I don't know, So I'm way over on the other side of being offended and all of that. I'm like, look, your actions will hurt me way more than your words. So just keep your actions.
That's actually a good topic. We definitely need to talk about the sticks and stones.
Keep your actions. Oh, look at there. We got more talk about there.
Shitty says it might be dependent on the situation, and people can be super sensitive subject to them. People
but
lives it affects. But what am I expected to do about that? Like, how am I supposed to dress my entire personality around someone's sensitivity? It's hard.
Yeah,
I would like to be able to speak in a way that I can not offend anybody ever, but it seems, I don't know. Is maybe one day cool beans will be offensive, or calling someone dude will be offensive.
Well, the issue that what I keep coming back to is as soon as the dirty bomb goes off downtown LA.
Oh, okay.
We're going to argue about gender pronouns and hashtag no homo and
yeah, okay.
What do we
totally.
How do we define sexuality? Like, we're not going to worry about any of that.
That's not going to matter.
Right? It's not going to matter.
In the grand scheme of things, in the pyramid of needs.
And the pyramid of needs is so far down the hierarchy of needs that like what are we talking about here, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
as soon as
really matter.
As soon as that dirty bomb goes off and there's millions of lives at stake, all of this business is going to go way out the window.
If you guys don't know what a dirty bomb is, it's a bomb that's specifically like radiation or some type of hazardous material that's set off in a populated area, usually used by anybody. It's meant to kill a lot of people. It's a catastrophic event. I don't know why he picked a nuclear weapon, but fine. I'm just saying,
okay, well, the Yellowstone, the super volcano goes off.
Okay, right.
And
I knew what you meant.
And there's this there's this disaster, or we got the asteroid coming. We're not going to argue about any of this anymore. Like, sensitivity is going straight out the window. It means that we built up this big pyramid of needs, Anyway, it's like, well,
yeah, for sure. I mean, the pyramid of needs is a real thing, Like,
yeah, it does matter though if someone comes up and punches me, or
for saying no homo.
Yeah.
Get into a fist fight because of no homo.
Right.
I mean, I feel like that person's just looking for a fist fight, honestly.
Right.
That's not a good representation of any community. If you I'm defining
if someone.
You say dude to a girl and someone comes to punch you. Don't do that.
I call a lot of girls. I call a lot of ladies man. What's up, man?
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, see, I do the same thing, but for me, man does not mean that you have male genitalia.
Right.
It means human.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, kinda
sup,
like that.
Man, how you doing?
Yeah.
You're a woman. I mean, I do that too, and I'm like, oh shoot, I need to correct myself. But because I feel
Sup,
like
girl?
people will. So, yeah. But that's worse, right? So and then sometimes they'll say,
I don't
bro,
know.
and I don't feel good
Lil
about
seems
that,
to Lil seems to like my "What's up, girl."
Oh my gosh, there's actually a lot of chat going on here with this.
Yep.
Okay, we're at the end of the show, so.
Yeah,
Someone
we're
said,
good.
"I love you, man," to someone homosexual. It wouldn't make sense for them to say, "I felt the same way." It would make sense. It wouldn't make sense if this first person wasn't. Okay, Planter. So you'd want to put the no homo in there. I think there's a culture of taking offense at everything. There's definitely, yeah, I 100% agree with Melody.
Yep.
Since moving here, I have had to learn to be super careful with how I say things, so I don't offend anyone. She means moving from Australia.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Is it? I mean, would you consider a no homo thing ever a problem in Australia? Just give me input on
Probably
that.
not. Probably
words
not.
only hurt if you let them. To be honest, I absolutely 100 million% disagree with you strongly.
Wrong. You're wrong.
However,
Wrong.
we will talk about that at a later show.
Vincent's right.
Well, I mean, I think this is a great topic to discuss because we can talk about this. I love that it's a competitive topic too. Like for you guys to stream it, it's not something you can really address on a per person basis. I don't agree with that because I know that you're female, Shady. I know, like I can. A lot of times you can tell, or a lot of times people will mention it. If I like, hey man, what's up? Like, hey, I'm a girl. I'll be like, oh, okay, and then it's my duty from then on to remember that.
What's up?
Because
I'm a
that's
girl.
in your person.
I'm Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves. I'm a girl.
I'm
I
Keanu
play a girl in many of my movies. I'm a
I play
headliner.
video games, so I'm cooler than you. I'm a headliner.
I'm cooler.
But when you're out with your friends in a social situation off air, and you can determine whether saying that is okay or not, is it no homo or the man thing? You know who would take it at face value as a joke? See, it's not about what I would say with my friends. It's about like what the dude next to me would hear me say, and have complain about. Like if I there's a lot of words that I want to use right now that I don't want to use. Like there's a lot of words that you can think of that you would not use ever in a public situation because whether your friends thought it was funny or not, you would not want to be heard saying that because of the implications it could have on you as a person.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Okay.
like is no homo that? Is that what no homo is? Is it that level? Australia is very gay friendly. That's cool.
Well, yeah. Speaking of that, so after my my 420 talk with Ash.
Okay, yeah. Give me some 420 in the chat, please.
Yeah. 420's coming up. So, yeah, it's next week, right?
Oh, it is? Oh my god, it is.
It is.
Guys, I have to stream for an hour every day. However, maybe it's be an hour a day.
So,
Since everyone has their own opinion, you will eventually offend someone. So what do? Do we try to avoid? I mean, like, do we just go sterile? Like, how do we? Like, I don't want to offend people though. Like, that's not my intent. I'm a friendly person. I like hugs. I like love.
He does
I'm a
like
super big hippie.
He does like hugs, which.
So if you guys missed the first episode,
does
what's
like
420
hugs.
WoW fans? Get out of here, Ash.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna link you my 420 dissertation. It's only a quick 30 minutes, Vince. So.
Jesus, it took forever. It is a good talk though. Fast forward a little bit to where he gets distracted by Terraria.
No, don't. Long 420 explanation is what it's called.
I love how Clowney like my cousin's a lesbian. I have a friend who's black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Sure. I'm not homosexual. I mean, what do you call someone who's anti, like homosexual and lesbian? What do you call that kind of person? You know that you're racist if you don't like other races. So
Yeah. I think
Sexist?
you're it.
No, that's not right.
No.
That's when you don't like males or females.
Uh,
They're going to talk about one.
It's like I'm down. Yeah, well, okay, that was so the 420 was an explanation to Ash because he asked what was 420, and so I just decided, well, this is as good a time as any to really break down the topic because all he's really heard up until now is
some lingo.
Is hey, drugs are bad.
Homophobia. Thank you.
Homophobia.
Homophobic. Thank you. You guys are great. Great.
Big got. That's right. And so
Bigot. Big God.
big got.
Yeah, you're married to that one, okay?
That's right. I got a big got. So.
I'll show you my big God.
So she, so I did. What I decided to do with, if he was asking about heroin, I would say something very simple like, "Hey, heroin's bad. You never ever want to try it," and it would be a very quick talk. Marijuana is different because of number one, the last 10 years worth of information that's come out with us. I would say in the last 10 years, we've unearthed a whole lot of stuff about it. Plus, it's now now
A ton of numbers.
legal in 2 states and decriminalized in another handful, like California, decriminalized.
Yeah, there's a couple. Okay, so let me explain decriminalized. That means that it's not that necessary that you can't get in trouble for having it or like doing it. You cannot sell it, that's for sure. You cannot distribute it, that's for sure. You're not allowed to do those things, but you can have an amount of it with you in your house or on person, and it's totally a-okay.
Right.
It is not a criminal act to have it. It's still a criminal act to sell it.
Sounds
You're not
true,
allowed
right.
to have it in the supermarket and all that stuff.
Right. So what Ash is going to have to deal with very soon, as he grows up and becomes an adult, is he's gonna
gonna be
grow
a
up with a legal.
Right.
Weed is going to be
Absolutely.
legal, right?
Right. You're gonna be able to get
I
it
would
for-
say
like,
I would
hold on,
say
let me go get a,
in the next 5
do they
years
call 'em?
it's going to be in the next 1 or 2 years it's coming off of Schedule 1. Pretty certain it is
Right.
because of the only thing that separates a Schedule 1 from a 2 is medical use.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Cocaine is a 2 because it does have a medical use.
Right.
Right. Heroin is a 2. I think it's a 2. It has
Yeah,
it has a medical use.
It was inherently. It was initially.
Weed is a 1, but has a ton of medical use. So
Right.
they're reviewing that. It's coming down from Schedule 2, which means the penalties will go down.
I mean, we just legalized gay marriage in the United States.
Right,
We can't
right.
have marijuana.
Right. So he's going to have to deal with this in the same way he's going to have to deal with alcohol. And so
Right.
what would you tell your kid, "Hey, don't drink alcohol. It's bad."
Right.
Ever. No.
This is what I loved about your talk because you approached it in a great way. Like
Yeah.
when it came up in the chat, I was like, oh, Clown Tower is going to avoid this. He's gonna side.
No.
this.
He
And-
needs to
and
deal
yeah,
with it.
your reaction was like totally
Yeah.
different than I thought it was gonna be.
So since that talk, so there you go. Since that talk, I've heard that boy with his friend out there going, "Hey, look, it's 420," and I'm going,
no,
no.
you specifically told him
Yeah.
not to mention this.
I said, "Look,
Okay.
this is not. It's not something to do all this." But he's on FaceTime with his buddy out in the other room, and he starts talking about, "Hey, man, that looks like 420. Come on, it's 420, 420, 420." Anyway, so I'm going,
It's funny, yeah.
No, it's not.
God dang it.
Anyway,
You get in
it's
trouble at school.
because that's in that same line of, oh, if we start talking about this, they're gonna get an opinion of the parents, and what is that? What is that?
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so Ash
Makes
is
sense.
running 420.
Yeah, he's gonna run his mouth for a while about it. It's a new thing that he's figured out. Such is
Yep.
life. Which is, I think it's better to do it now. It's like knock it out right now. Here's a question. Wait, we got totally off topic. What was our topic just now?
It
What
was
were you talking
it was next Wednesday, and the hour we're gonna
Oh.
take off between 4:18 and 5:18.
Come back. Oh man,
Oh,
dude. Dude, I had such a great day, man. I
I can-
really enjoy your company.
I can
It's
touch my
really
face, but I can't feel it.
great. You like-
Like I could touch my. Guys, can you feel my face? I can't even feel my face.
Can you feel my face? Yeah, I can feel your face
Can
just
you
by
feel my
looking at you,
face?
Clown.
Can you feel
I
my
can
face?
look at you and feel
I
your
mean,
face.
I mean, I
taste
can't. I can
colors.
touch it, and there's something, but I can't feel it.
Can't feel it. Very specific times. I think one of my favorite things about Parks and Rec was this time where it was like Google. It was not Google. It was like man. It's Google or something, and it's like the owner of the company's like, all right, well it's 4:10 right now, so you guys got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best line of maybe the entire show because I love that show a lot, but that cracked me up at the time.
Yep. Well, I'm happy to this was my chapter 7 of my probably my 2 busiest days, and I'm happy to have spent it with you guys on the chat and Badger. It's good. I feel like this was a nice way to wrap up my my horrible days where I had this and then this and then this and then this and then this. So it was really good. So thank you.
You'll never be done.
Never be done, but thank you guys for being here. I love you. I love you guys in the chat for making this a reality for us. Thank you, Badger, for actually showing up and not
Aw, man.
making me panic.
I
and-
try to skip it.
I know you
Do
were
my
trying.
best. Ashley was on me.
You were
Yeah.
trying. You were trying to skip it earlier today, and that was the other thing is on the stream the other day. Hey, that woman in there, she's not messing around. Like she's on. She's not messing
right.
around. I may
Uh-huh.
mess around in here, but she's
Yep.
not messing around. Like she's
not
on
messing
it.
around.
Yeah,
Nope.
she's not fooling around.
Nope. Zero fooling around for Ash.
That's really good. All right. Well, thank you for everybody who followed in between here and there. We're up to 120 something followers, which is great for 2 streams. It's fantastic.
Once every week, 2 hours. We're killing it.
That's
It's
killing
like
it.
60 followers every
60
every
followers a
stream.
show. Hey,
That's crazy.
Sweet.
That's a lot. And we get followers when we're offline. It's like we have separate shows or something.
That's
Doc,
so
you
cool.
enjoyed it. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks,
Seeing
Jock.
It's great, guys.
All right. Well, let me wrap up and say thank you guys for being here. Badge, you got anything else?
Let's
Any
see,
promos?
I think I don't want to promote anything else, but I think that next time you guys got to be here because there's a lot of stuff that we keep adding and it gets better and better. So all the topics that you heard today, all the talks that you enjoyed today, they're actually going to get better next time. I get the feeling because every time that we iterate upon this, you can see one of the biggest complaints that we got last time from you guys. Give us tips.
Yep. Put it in our Discords.
Was this
Frames.
all this overlay stuff? You guys wanted a background. You guys wanted to see something.
Yep.
So Clowntown hooked up this simple mesh stuff. He did great. He did a good job.
That's
He
cool.
really did good stuff.
I got
Make sure you
more to
follow
come.
the
More to come.
EAY,
Now that I have more
podcast.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
As I get my schedule better and do all this stuff, we might increase the show amount. We'll see about that. It's a possibility.
We're kicking around.
Obviously, we're doing right. We're doing well here, and things are fun. And thanks to you guys being here. I don't really have anything besides thank you.
All right. So if you are new and this is the only one you found, please go follow both of us out in Clowntown and the Video Game Badger. And I think that's it. You can hit us up on Twitter. We will do. Okay, so here's our benchmark. What we're going to do. So let me just do some future casting. We're going to do at least 10 shows where it's just us. And on show number 11, we're going to consider working in other folks and bringing more to the conversation. So if you guys will hang with us until number 11. Oh, by the way, we have super special first stream. Is this the title of this one as well? So I'm pretty psyched. I'm really psyched about that.
We forgot to change the title.
Yeah. And then we'll work some other stuff in, and we'll probably have some fun like that. So anyway, stay here. We may pull you in. We may have some sort of call-in type of deal where we can start talking to you guys.
We definitely will.
But
That's
we
like
definitely
a dream
will
for the show.
And we'll have some other fun ways. But we're building it piece by piece. You can tell already. This is the second show, and you can tell already of the stuff that's around us. And we also switched our audio, so audio quality should have been better. Video quality should have been better. Should have been marked improvements every show. We're doing it. So
Doing it.
It will be an ongoing joke. This is a good idea, Prince. Leave it.
This is the first episode. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, episode
That's not
1.
a bad idea,
Yeah, do
actually.
100 episodes, and we say, hey, first
Episode
one.
one.
Hey, guess what? All right.
Super special first episode. Great.
Okay. Well,
This is the second show, yeah, Jock.
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here, and see you next time. Badge, you streaming tomorrow morning?
I'm streaming it right now.
Oh, you're going right
As soon as
now?
we're done here.
Okay.
We'll do a little powwow, and then we'll.
And
I'll
then
start
you're going to
streaming
start.
some-
All right. We'll see you in Badger's
Finish.
stream after a while. Everybody, take care and stretch.